Hi chat! Sorry I'm late today. Yeah, I don't really have an excuse. But anyway, welcome to the stream. It is Friday. It is Friday the what? Friday the 10th of 2020. Oh, my color balance is all over the place today. It's like, oh, you are off-white today. Anyway, hello chat. How's it going? Let's see. Already said the date. Oh, we got a bunch of people here already. Hey, what's up? Andrewline X and oh, I forgot to open chat. Man. I did not do the proper prep today. Is this song actually playing songs, or is it? Okay, there's music there. All right, we're good. Let's see. We got Andrewline X. We've got Yoda Droid. We've got Exostasis. Welcome back. Hello. And RKJ who says not first. Yoda Droid with the hello world. I like that. But yeah, I didn't even get my thing properly set up. I'm just all over the place. And Andrewline X posted in chat like many minutes before I started. But now you guys get to see the magic behind the Anthony window manager with me manually arranging these. Let's see, who else do we have? I gotta go over to the other window. We got Sarcastic Dante who's here earlier than usual. Hello. And GM Knight, and Basic PH, and Smallgram, and Shaz Robot, my face went not first. Mumi Jamala with the 13th, Lemonson with the 14th. Hello to all of you. Oh, I forgot to update my bang today. Let's see, bang set today. Playing with Podman for pre-commit.ci to play Stalker. We'll talk about that a little bit. And we'll go over that in a bit. Hey, what's up, Nerdy Laga? Hello. RKJ says haircut stream. Yo, it is getting fucking wild. Do you see this? Do you see this right now? It's just like a giant fucking fuzzball on my head. The worst is like I can't quite do the like emo, hate my parents kind of deal yet. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep growing it out because I don't know. It's kind of fine-ish. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Llama with memory loss and Exostasis? Although I thought I said hi to Exostasis already. I did. We get a second hello here, because I restarted the bot a little bit late. And we got Mewtru. Hello. Welcome back. Sarcastic Dante says, oh, we've got the Endless River here too. Hello. Sarcastic Dante says, Anthony writes code, are you free this weekend? I mean, kind of. I'm hanging out with some people on Saturday, so I'm not super free on Saturday, but I'm free on Sunday. Are you coming to town, Sarcastic Dante? Oh my god! It finally fucking happened. It finally happened, chat. It finally fucking happened. Oh shit. I don't think it's gonna be this weekend. But we should pick a day for that sometime in the future so we can announce it ahead of time. But Sarcastic Dante has dropped the 100,000 channel points, which triggers our 24-hour stream. So that will be happening at some point. Shit. Congrats on getting there. We will do it, I promise. I'm not gonna renege on doing this 24-hour stream. It will happen. I don't think I can do it this weekend though. I gotta do some planning. We'll probably play some games too. We'll do some, Twitch sings. It'll be a whole deal. Mew says that hair. Yeah, we got quite a bit of hair going on here. Fuchida says, saying hi, you and the lonely plushie in the back need some friends. Okay, we can get Lola some friends. How about Rexy's just on the ground here. We'll have Rexy hanging out too there. Now plushie has friends. So you guys can see plushie with friends. Oh man, we're gonna be doing the 24-hour stream finally. Amazing. Hey, what's up, Rocker Time? Hello. Welcome to the stream. RJ says, is he asking you on a date? Kind of. It's like it's an extended date with chat. Hey, what's up, Labcoat Nomad, who says, what are we working on today? So I'm going to be playing with Podman, which I don't know anything about, other than I know that it markets itself as a replacement for Docker, and I've been looking to find a daemonless setup for Docker because I want to use, well, daemonless and rootless setup for Docker, and I want to use a rootless setup for my CI system, which I'm building. Pre-commit.ci. And let me get the little diagram up. But yeah, so the plan for the runner and the builder is to use a containerized setup to kind of isolate them, and like, I don't know, I'm familiar with like using Docker as kind of, I know it's not supposed to be a security layer, but using it as like a layer to isolate things from other things. It's not, you know, perfectly secure because there's container breakout bugs and other stuff like that. But using Docker as a rootless container security layer seems like a good step in the right direction. So I wanted to look into daemon or rootless Docker. However, rootless Docker still involves a daemon, and running a daemon is kind of annoying. And I really like Podman's model a little bit better, but we're going to look into that a little bit today and play with that and see how that goes. But we're going to hopefully be able to actually implement some part of the builder in the runner today for pre-commit.ci, because I've gotten most of the parts working. We worked on the queue last time. I'll show that in a bit once I catch up on chat. Smallgram says, loaded question. Yeah, the 24-hour stream has finally happened, and it wasn't you, the Endless River. It wasn't you this time. Clear your schedule, guys. Yeah. RKJ says, does this not mean that this has to be a 24-hour stream? I want to plan it ahead of time so that people can, you know, show up and have a good time and such. But I guess it will happen for real now. C Complex says, thank you, Sarcastic Dante, on behalf of chat. Yeah, we've got the one the one true hero in chat today, Sarcastic Dante. Levinson says, Andy Rice goes, stop changing the rules, you're trapped now. Also, hello, C Complex, good to see you as well. Sarcastic Dante says, I was 400 away last stream, I was so angry. I could have gone a little bit longer before the lawyer dude had to call me. Dom says, hello, watching from the back of a car using mobile internet. Ooh, that's fun. So you're in like a Lyft right now and you're like, I'm gonna watch Anthony Rice's code. That's cool. The Endless River says, Pep 8 drama, what happened? So I know a little bit about what happened, but I did not get involved with it, thankfully. Python peps. So I can show you guys the commit. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's also not what I wanted. Oh my goodness, all over the place. pep8.r.text, pep-8, pep008. There we go. This is the commit that everyone was all up in arms about. Which, blah, 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 blah. The thing that people were mad about is they removed this, which is two dudes' last names. But people were mad about this part. And this part in particular. Because they felt that like removing these two names was not really white supremacy and some other stuff. And then Python dev just like spiraled into complete fucking nonsense. So that was a fun one. Hey, what's up, Arthino? Hello. RKJ says, why haven't you told us the details of your secret meeting yet? I'm not gonna tell you like the full details because I'm not allowed to. But let's just say that like I accidentally accessed something I shouldn't have. And that was, they were wondering why I did such a thing. But yeah, it was like no big deal. Easiest $500 I've ever made. Hey, what's up, Shoham? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day's going well. Oh, another thing that I've been meaning to talk about on stream today. I currently cannot turn my head left. So if you see me doing this like awkward thing to look at the screen, it's because I slept really funny on my neck. and it hurts so bad. So I'm Zoolandering it up right now, where I can only turn right. But this happens to me every once in a while, like once, every 6 to 8 months or so, I'll sleep on my neck funny, and then I can't turn one direction or the other. And I assume it will pass in time. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna be rotating slightly to the left. But yeah, that was what happened. It was actually related to an open source project that I wrote called All Repos, and on the tin it says clone all your repositories, and I definitely did that, and so that was why they were talking to me. Interestingly though, they only cared about 2 particular dates where I cloned all the repos, but I definitely did that all the time, so whatever. Let's see. Levinson says, backseat right, or should we be worried? Shoham says, hey, what are you planning to do today? I'm planning to install Podman and play with Podman and see how that goes. And maybe also Builda, because I think I might need that to build Podman related images. Or I might need to push them somewhere. I don't know what we're going to do there. But we'll see. Sarcastic Dante says, did they pay you? I have not gotten paid yet, but I sent an invoice for the total amount. The guy said he would pay me, so I assume that, I'll get a check in the mail, and yeah, should be good. Tob1 says, tennis ball helps. I've heard that tennis balls are useful for that. Yeah, so I might try that out. I don't actually have a tennis ball. I have baseballs, which I guess a baseball would work almost as well. It's a little bit more hard though. Oh man, it hurts though. But I will deal with the pain for you guys in chat. RKJ says, were you trying to retrieve all the porn you left on some Lyft server? Yes, my secret stash on the Lyft machines. Almost all of the Lyft machines are ephemeral, so like if I stored anything there, it would be gone. Top Bomb says the tennis ball is better. Yes. Hey, what's up, Zolor? Hello. Happy Friday to you as well. Or Saturday, or whatever day of the week it is where all of you are. It's Friday for me currently, though. Hey, what's up, DX4IoT? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully you're doing well. DX4IoT asks, I want to learn about data structures and algorithms, so which is the best language? So the interesting thing about most programming languages is they will all have the ability to learn data structures and algorithms in them. I am, of course, going to be slightly biased because I write most of my stuff in Python. Man, that color balance is really obnoxious. I bet it's because there's a window right above my camera, and I bet the white balance detector gets thrown off by that. So that's probably why it's a bit of a mess there. Hey, what's up, Michaela? Hello. And hey, what's up, Anna Smirza? And Anasmeraz. Oh, sorry. I tried. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see. But yeah, for data structures and algorithms, basically any programming language will do well. I usually suggest something like Python or JavaScript or Ruby to get started because it's a little bit easier to go with. But yeah. Zoller says 3 hours left of Friday here. Nice. So it's a little bit late there. You're in Europe, right? C-Complex says, can anyone explain to me what white standard English is? I'm not a native speaker. I'm happy if I can write any kind of English, and I'm certainly happy for doc strings in any kind of English. Are you talking about, was that a quote from somebody, or is that from this? So this Strunk and White standard English, Strunk and White is a textbook author, or 2 textbook authors that have a particular type of stylistic English, and yeah, so it's a very, very common and popular description of English. And in fact, this book is actually reasonably modern, despite I think originally being published in 1950s or 1960s. Original was composed in 1918, published in 1920, so it's been around for a long time. However, there's been a lot of updates to it, including, I believe, just a year ago, there was an update to it. but it's meant to be like, you know, straightforward English for you know, a generalized sentence structure and how things work. But yeah, it got taken slightly out of context to mean white supremacism because this dude's last name happened to be white. So rip that guy. DX4 says buffering. I have not dropped any frames, so it's probably on your end. It's probably. Hey, what's up, KNGL? Hello. Arthena says, is that a basement window? Nope. This is ground floor. It looks like a basement window because it's like a pool window kind of thing. I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. Oh, but then you like lose the top of my head. Maybe if I scoot my chair down a little bit. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, it's not a basement. It's a ground floor. So it just looks like a pool window, perhaps because the person that built this house was like, we like this window style, and just went with it. I don't know. Michaela says drunken white girl English. Llama with Memory Loss says, I found Java good for learning data structures and algorithms. Yeah, Java's another good choice there. Hey, what's up, W. Kulikowski? Hello. Welcome back. Hey, what's up, Sandeep? Drop the chair all the way down, lounge and stream. Yeah, we can pull the thing out and, you know, just kind of chill back here and can I reach the keyboard? Oh, I can reach the keyboard. Okay, perfect. So we can just do like a complete round lounging stream. But yeah, anyway, Svetica says, if you're learning to develop REST microservices, should you pick Spring Boot or Node/Express or perhaps something else? Ooh, are people still using Spring in the year of our Lord 2020? Spring is very mature, I guess, but I don't know that I would suggest learning a new language and project in Spring, maybe. But honestly, any web framework that you're going to use will probably be sufficient for learning. Like, for me, it would be like Python and Flask. I've heard good things about Node and Express. I've heard good things about Rails. I've heard good things about Django. I've not heard good things about Spring, but... but yeah, I think any of them would work out though. Hey, what's up, Curvy Key? Hello, welcome back. MSG says, yes, too many people. Polymathic Man agrees. Oh man. That's a thing that I didn't want to hear about Spring, but I guess it happens. Michaela says, Node Express seems fun. I've been reading about them lately. Yeah, I've done a little bit of Express. Not much, though. But yeah. Let's see. Polymathic Man says, and it keeps getting trimmer and slimmer. Oh, are they cutting out parts of Spring? That seems like a good thing, not a bad thing to me. Polymathic Man says, find a lightweight framework in a language you struggle less with. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Michaela says the Spring devs are crying. How many times you stop to laugh while trying to talk about it for like 2 seconds? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get started on doing some of the sysadmin-y stuff. For this, I have never used Podman before. All I did yesterday was I opened this page and read the start of getting started, but I didn't get very far, so we're gonna hopefully kind of set this up today. And go from there. Does that sound good? As it says, Spring Boot is leaner. Oh, I didn't know there was a difference between Spring and Spring Boot. So it's possible that I was giving, you know, unnecessary flack to to Spring there. Basic PH says, do you like Django? I haven't worked in Django in quite a long time, but you know, it was fine when I used it. I still would not start a new project in Django because I have access to like Flask and Pyramid. But I don't know, Django's fine. I'm not gonna talk shit about Django. It's just like, I don't really like how it's organized. And I don't know, there's kind of like a framework buy-in for Django, which makes it harder to switch to other stuff if you need it. But I don't know, Django's fine. I know a bunch of the devs that work on Django too, and they're really cool people. As it says, still not that lean compared to other web frameworks and other languages though. Yeah, that's true. Podman, what a name. Hungry People says, is this gonna be one of those rare productive streams and not just chatting? We're gonna try and be productive. Huh. My subscription count went up, but I don't see a notification for it. Did someone subscribe and I just missed it? If you subscribed and I missed it, say something in chat and I will thank you. Michaela says I was toxic for no reason. Oh well. I didn't mean to be toxic. I was just like. Anyway. Arthena says, when is the pool stream? I don't have a pool, so if there's gonna be a pool stream, I would need to acquire a pool first. And I don't know that visiting other people's pools is really a thing right now. Oh, did I mute this? Oh, my phone is buzzing. Oh, it's Dick Sword again. MSG says, definitely feel that. Django does so much stuff and you have to really just go all in on it. Flask is so much lighter by comparison. Yes. Hey, what's up, Aziz Wilhelm? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Mikhail says, the heck, have you gone to the bottom of the page and looked at the PDF? There's a PDF? PDF. It's not on this page. Is it on the home page? I don't see a PDF. As he says, how do you keep learning new stuff outside of your daily work routine? Well, currently I don't have a daily work routine. But for me, it's mostly working on like open sourcey stuff and doing, you know, working on new projects like this. So this is an example today where I'm going to learn a new technology that I don't know. Coloring book. Is it on the homepage? Podman coloring book. Are you on the same page that I'm at? Oh, is it this one? Yeah. I've seen this before. This thing? Yeah. It's a little bit cringy. And by a little bit cringy, it's very, very cringy. Super cringy. Oh, we could also try out Cryo. Cryo's another Docker engine. I want to try Podman and maybe build it today. But we'll see how that goes. It's 10 out of 10. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, let's follow the get started with Podman, and my like mini goal for today is to like somehow get some container working. My like best goal would be getting the full pre-commit run working. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah, Podman mostly works the same as Docker, so I don't need to get familiar with that. I just want the like install instructions. Why installing, there we go. I literally scrolled past it because I'm a dummy. Not macOS, not Windows, not Amazon Linux. Do we have Ubuntu on here? Ubuntu! Okay. We need to, what? Source this file. And we need to add their Debian release. Which I need to automate this. So let's automate this instead. Manifest. No, modules. So we're going to use Puppet, which is my configuration management software that I use. Modules, packages. Do we have one for Docker? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we're going to do one for Podman as well. Podman.pp. Class packages. Packages. Podman. What is this? What a fucking weird ass thing here. Sudo t. No, we don't need that. Okay, so what does this URL look like? What am I getting myself into here? X Ubuntu. This is such a weird URL. Why did they do this? But we can do apt. Oh, and we can use Andrew Lane X's feature here. So now my tabs are 2 characters instead of 1. Which is kind of neat. Let me see how this works though. Modules, no. Modules, packages, manifest, Docker. apt : source. apt source, podman, which is going to be, oops. This thing. I don't think we actually have architecture here. I think it's multi-arch. Location should be this URL. And this should be LSB dist code name. And repos, I believe, is just slash. I don't know how this works though. Let's try this, see what it makes, and see how different it is from the setup that I actually want. Shoham says, by the way, I'm recommending a Chrome extension called Vimium. It's open source extension that gives you the ability to navigate through the web better with the keyboard. Well, I don't actually use Vim, so I don't know that it would actually help me. The Illuminati says, I like your shirt. I like this shirt too. This is probably, I think this is my second favorite shirt. We actually talked about this last stream where how I like this shirt. RKJ hisses at Puppet. Do you have problems with Puppet, RKJ? I feel like it works pretty well for me. Exostasis says, how is scrolling or other smooth motion like mouse dragging windows looking for you in your VM? I tried it on my PC and it's all super choppy. It looks fine here, but it could be that it's a 30 FPS stream. It's reasonably good for me. Like, it's about as good as like dragging around outside. It's obviously a little bit smoother here, and you guys really can't see that on stream. I can see the 30 FPS in my preview window. But it's you know, it's reasonable. There's this thing is a little bit laggy, but I don't really care or notice all that much, so it gets the job done. Michaela says, can you have colons in a URL after the protocol that doesn't even look like a real link, Monka S? Yes, you can have colons in a URL, which is very, it is very weird. I don't know why they did that, but let's see, let's go back to this thing. We also need their key. So let's grab this. We actually need the key first, so I don't know why it's doing that in that order. Apt key something. I don't actually know what that is. This needs to be double quotes, and this needs to be LSB dist code name. Wait, version ID. What is version ID? Version ID. Ah, shit. How am I gonna get that in factor? So I actually have the wrong value here. This should not be LSB dist code name. It should be version. Let me shrink this down for now, though, so I can find what that is actually called. Luigi Mala says, this config looks just as painful as Docker. This is just the install. I would really just be running these commands, but I'm trying to automate these commands so I don't have to run them later. But there should be this here, and then package podman ensure latest. I think that's how this works. Oh, we need this here. We need that there. Do commas go here? I think so. So this is roughly what it looks like. I need to figure out the right substitution variable to get the OS version number, because I have the wrong one right now. Bin, where is it? Run puppet. Gem home equals cache personal puppet gems. I think that's where it's supposed to be. Cache, personal puppet, gems, bin, factor. So hopefully one of these will be 2004. Grab 20. Oh, thank goodness. LSB dist release. That's what we want. That is what we want. Cool. So in theory, if I do run puppet now, this should install that package. It should just work. My bad password, which is bad password. Oh no! I doxed myself with a password! Exostasis says, I do have all the virtualization settings enabled in my BIOS. Oh, I see. Architect says it's not Ansible. Yeah, well, I don't want Ginger YAML. I don't want Ginger YAML. That's just the way things go. Tram says, it's not for Vim users especially, but for example, if you click F and all the links on the page will be mapped to the keyword shortcuts. Okay. I guess that's not so bad. But F is definitely a Vim command. Exostasis says, I see a little bit of the same choppiness on my PC now. I guess it's normal, though I was hoping it was something I could fix. Yeah, I don't know if you can fix it with VirtualBox, but some virtualization software allows you to do GPU pass-through. And then with GPU pass-through, you can do that. Oh, I didn't actually include the actual package. So we upgraded Python instead. Modules, desktop, manifest, init. Where do we get Docker from? Oh, we have a special thing for doing group stuff. We might have to do that later, but I don't think we need it for now. I think we might be able to just get by with the normal setup of Podman. Include packages, Podman. So now I expect this to not work. Recursive chat says, what is a .pp file? It is a Puppet thing. Puppet manifest, of which I have a syntax error. Missing comment at the end of the file. That one? Is that the problem? I hate that there's a comma here. I hate that there's a comma there. Hey, what's up, Milky? Hello, hello. He's in the zone, and we're actually doing some programmings here. Knowledge says, dude, you need to use Durev. Why would I use Durev? I've got a much better alternative to Durev called Activator. This has better security than Durev as well, because it actually does validation and stuff, whereas Durev has a race where a malicious actor could cause you to run arbitrary code. And when I reported this, they were like, nah, not a bug. A colon. Oh, I'm a dummy. They're Ruby-ish maps, not Python-ish maps. Hey, what's up, CubeSI? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good to see you again. And Ethan, how's it going, friend? Error evaluating a resource statement. Oh, yeah, we didn't actually get the key there. We did not actually get the key there, so let's see what this key actually looks like. What a fucking weird-ass URL. Okay, how do I get the key ID out of this? Do you guys know how to get a key ID out of this? GPG dash help. I don't fucking know how to use GPG. GPG list keys, list signature, fingerprint. No public key. Unnecessary use of cat. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. This. I believe that is the key ID. Where's the file? There we go. No, that's not the one. This is the one. I like that there was validation that, that caught me there. Hopefully this will work now. Time to hacks Anthony. F for Vim, yeah. Ethan says, GPU pass-through is such a pain to set up though. Yeah, I have a friend who's like been working on getting GPU pass-through. Although they're doing like remote GPU pass-through, which is even more complicated. Holy fucking shit. What happened here? Could not set present uninsured. The ID in your manifest and the fingerprint from the context source don't match. Are you gonna tell me what the actual one is? Ah, oh, damn it. I always hate this. Do they have... Ugh. Ugh! I fucking hate everything about this. Does anyone actually know how this shit's supposed to work? He says, init.pp, just noticed that. I'm not immature, but you should have heard me giggle. Now it says, F is go to the next character command, defo not vim. Yeah, no, that's exactly the command that I was thinking of. You use like F and then a thing, and it jumps to that thing. So the links would work the same way. You would press F, and then it would give you keyboard shortcuts for those particular links, and it would jump to those. Ethan says, this reminds me I should actually puppet my server. Yes. The Illuminati says, lol, you reported a race condition and they ignored it. Yes, I did report a race condition and they ignored it. Race conditions are just exciting features. Who knows what could happen? Indeed. Ethan says, doing well, got some work done early and having a relaxing Friday. Nice. I have not gotten anything done today. I guess I got a little bit done. Actually, we forgot to talk about that. We forgot to do all of the stuff that I did offline. Probably because for the last like bunch of streams it's been like, well, I didn't do anything since the last stream, guys, sorry. I did a couple of little things. Actually, I did one little thing, never mind, it's not a huge deal. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys my demo of my queuing thing. But yeah, this was a little patch that I made to identify. This is the library that is used for pre-commit to figure out what things are what file type. But before this patch, PyZ files were accidentally being detected as Python files, and adding PyZ detection fixed that, so now they're properly identified as binary PyZ files. But yeah, let me show you the queue thing, and then we'll fuck with this a little bit more. Workspace builder? Yeah. Let's delete the queue because I had that from before. Queue.lock queue.SQLite. And I made this queuing file. This is the code that we were working on last stream. Not there, builder. Queuing. So I wrote like a crappy SQS kind of drop-in, but using SQLite as the backend. So like there's a little sketchy table. I did improve this code here because we were doing an eager fetch of the full table, but now it is a cursor. So this is a little bit more efficient. It still locks the entire table, but fine. But anyway, this is my queue, and if we run, there's 3 APIs here.
Thank you for 8 years. Looking forward to the 24-hour stream.
Hey, C-Complex, thank you for the resub. It's been 8 months? Damn, dude. Really appreciate that. 8 years. Oh, imagine if I had been streaming for 8 years. That'd be wild. But yeah, the 24-hour stream's coming up because Sarcastic Dante cashed in on all of his babbies. So we're gonna be having that. Okay, but anyway, there's 3 APIs. There's enqueue, there's longpull, and there is mark completed, and those are basically the 3 APIs that SQS gives you. So enqueue, we're gonna give it a queue name, which will be Q1. A group key is used to make sure that things come back uniquely. So we're gonna enqueue G1 and data 1 or something like that. And the way I've written my queue is data can be any JSON serializable thing. So if we enqueue that and we enqueue, like something else in group 1. So let's say we enqueue data 1 and data 2. If we do a long pull on Q1 and a timeout of 1 second, you'll see that it immediately returns data 1. And this is in the like checked out queue state. So like this is saying like some worker is now working on this piece of data, and don't give anything else back from group 1 during that time. So if we long pull again, you'll see that it paused for a second and then returned none. So no data was given back there. Hey, what's up? I can do it. I can do it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And you'll see like, you know, as we do the long pull here. This was the up arrow. This is not giving us back data from Q1 because there are no groups that don't have data here. But if we were to, you know, include data in another group and then long pull, you'll see that we'll get data back from G2. If we were to mark this one as completed, so data 1 was checked out, we do mark completed Q1 this thing. And now if I long pull again in Q1, you'll see that we've gotten back data 2 from up here. So this is basically the Q implementation that I had here. Hey, what's up? Nymphora fan and Abuel Wafa. Thank you both for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day is going well. But anyway, this works. There's also a visibility time for these Q elements. So if like your worker crashed, for instance, and like it didn't actually check in that it completed something, it will time out. I've currently set the timeout to 120 seconds. We can actually set it lower just to show you how that works. Set it to, I don't know, 20 seconds. Oh, excuse me. And so if we in queue, we'll just run this same one again. I deleted the database. So if we in queue data 1 and data 2, and we long pull for Q1, we'll get back data 1. If we long pull again, we won't get anything, but in 20 seconds from now, I should be able to long pull again, and we'll get data. We'll get this same data back again. Hey, what's up, Glemsp? Thank you for the follow, and Norbench, thank you as well for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, okay, so now we were able to get data 1 back again because this worker presumably died. That's what the visibility timeout is supposed to be. So it works somehow. But anyway, that's what I wanted to demo, and now I am super behind on chat. Okay, let me try and catch up on... Holy shit, I am actually 10 minutes behind on chat. Okay, let's do it. Let's see, make a proof of concept and CVE it? Yeah, I just don't have time. Exastate says, heard about GPU pass-through. It's my limited understanding that I needed to have a physical secondary GPU for it to work. Also, the host must be Linux. I've seen Windows hosts for GPU pass-through. I'm not sure about the physical GPU being necessary or not. I don't really know about that. Knowledge says, where did you talk about the race condition? Let's see if I can find it. Yelp activator. And then somebody said something about Durenv here, I think. Durenv. How does activator compare with Durenv? And like... and this is the issue that someone else opened. And blah, blah, blah. So you can read through that here. But that's where I talked about that. Illuminati says, it's been so long, I think it's like dash export. I could try that. GPG export catwat. Well, that's clearly not what we wanted. I thought it was dash fingerprints, but I guess I could be wrong there. Illuminati says, how do you jump to the space like that? Oh, so when I had a file open in Babby, which is my text editor, we can actually do it with any file. Control and the arrow key will jump by word characters-ish. So it's kind of like you use control and arrow key in the terminal. It jumps to like word separators. And actually you can do this in Nano because I contributed this to Nano. So this is one of the patches I made to actual Nano, real Nano, the Nano that is Nano. But yeah, RKJ says that's one of those errors that you just have to splat into Google. Yeah, it's true. Ethan says, wait, are you actually doing secrets in your puppet config now? No, I haven't set up the secret stuff yet. I still haven't done it yet. I'll do it eventually, Ethan. It's Friday. Yes, indeed, Exostasis. Yar! It be Friday, matey, says Michaela. Milky says, in the Rants code, I bought a used copy of Pokemon Moon, and the previous owner was a serious breeder, and they left some great goodies for me, Shinies and Arceus. Nice! That's pretty legit. The Illuminati says, do you know of any cybersecurity streamers? I know of one guy that that works on a firewall and does some like security stuff. What is his name? Dowright? Dowright is he's one of my favorite streamers to watch when I want to see somebody who's like legitimately angry at code. I love his content. It's so good. Kayla suggested some people on YouTube as well. Hey, what's up, Real King Philip? Who says, hello, is this the right place to ask a question related to Bash? Probably easy for your script people. Yeah, sure, feel free to ask questions. Let's see. Moomy Jamala says, but the answer might be just use Python. There we go. Moomy Jamala knows what's up. Hey, what's up, the Illuminati? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. The Illuminati is here. Oh, no. Hey, what's up, Kuala Lumpur? Hello, hello. And more suggestions about security stuff that I don't know anything about. YouTube link. Let's see. Real King Philip says, I want to have some bash function like echo and execute that calls it like this. It will echo and execute the command. How does one do that? So here's how I would suggest doing that. We'll just make a little shell script that does this. Echo and execute. So the first thing that you would do is echo all of the commands. So maybe you would echo a $ as first, you know. Running this command, and then you would execute it like this. And so if we source this, echo and execute, echo hi. This is properly quoted. Actually, I think I went over exactly the same thing last stream. And the important thing that you want to do, that you want to make sure here is that quoting is handled properly. And so it's usually a good idea to pass it through something like Python, which will show you that you're getting a list out. And so you can see here that like this command prints this and then executes this. However, you don't necessarily need to do something like this. You can use set-x, and that'll make it so that, you know, any command that you run, it will print out the command before running it. This comes from my prompt command. You can ignore this. Yeah, set-x will make it so it prints commands before it. So there's kind of two options there. But yeah, this is basically how you want to do this. The quotes are super important here. Actually, all of these quotes are super important because otherwise this would be a comment, this would be a special character, and all sorts of stuff. But that's the basics of that. Mrs. Q says, Ubuntu for the win. What do you need? I'm installing... Right now I'm working on installing Podman. And fixing, you know, figuring out how to get the fingerprint out of this key that's actually the fingerprint. So I don't quite know how I'm supposed to do that. I guess we'll Google it. That's what we're gonna do. Get fingerprint of GPG key. How to split, there we go. This is probably what we want. GPG -- with fingerprint. I was pretty sure that's what I did. GPG with fingerprint, what? Warning, no command specified. Did I not? Why does this have a fingerprint but this one does not? Show me the fingerprint. Am I dumb? Or is... How's this supposed to work? I didn't specify a key. Do I do this? Binary. How do? Do I need this? I did specify a key. wat.pub is the key. I hate this. I hate this so much. Just read the binary, yeah. Hey, what's up, guy? Hello, hello, hello. Exostasis says, maybe the Reddit poster who said GPU pass-through only works on Linux was wrong, even though still got a lot of upvotes. I may search around for more info. Yeah, it makes sense. Just without spawning a subshell. You would need a subshell. I mean, functions are subshells in Bash, so. I guess says, I didn't even know you can make Bash functions like this. Is there a difference between that and like making some weird alias? So aliases and functions are different. Binary says you didn't specify key. Knowledge says, are you trying to make a public key from a private key? No, I'm trying to get the fingerprint from this particular key right here. Podman key fingerprint. Podman Ubuntu key fingerprint. Should I just try this fingerprint and see what happens? Where did that fingerprint go? This one? Seems like some random dude's fingerprint. Let's try this though. I don't know what this CF one is. Surely this will work, right? Man GPG. I tried that already. There's like a lot of stuff. I did try dash fingerprint. That's how I got that one that started with a C. What's in my OpSec says, I'm leaving Docker, I hope. Mongo Atlas, please work this time. Yeah, that's not right either. So what I had done before was cat wat.pub and then gpg fingerprint. And that's how I got this value here. But this, I believe, is my fingerprint, not the one from that public key. Like, I think this is my GPG public key. Yeah, in fact, it says it right here. So, that's not it. Ethan says, wait, I think I missed the one with the C. This is mine, I'm pretty sure. God, I fucking hate GPG. Why is it so shit? There's like an import without importing, right? List keys. List public keys. No. No. List all keys along with their fingerprints. No. No. GPG dry run dash import. GPG dry run import startup hub. So is this the the fingerprint? Seems real short. Do I need more V's? Oh. Katie should be a full fingerprint. C readme. Love it. Love it. Okay. V. Can it open? Do I need it before? Is this one of these shitty commands? It is one of these shitty commands. Okay. That's that key ID. Where's the long key ID? I'm not seeing it, guys. I fucking hate this. Empt key puppet. Let's see if their readme actually tells me how to do this. Because it did say C readme. GPG keys. Short KDs pose a security issue. How do you get them? Show me how. I hate this. I hate this so much, but this is the right short key. How do I get the long key? The long, do I want with fingerprint? What happens if I remove some of these now? I hate GPG. I hate GPG so much. Get fingerprint of GPG key from URL. Fucking show me a command, you piece of shit. Show keys. Show keys? Show keys. Conflicting commands. Oh, that does not look like the right value. It's a different value. Why? This is actually frustrating. This is actually so frustrating. Hey, what's up, Juicebox Hero? Hello, hello. Try that, didn't work. If it's this hard to do things securely, people will just not bother. Exactly. Michaela says, I'm gonna play with Podman today, 1 full hour later. Yeah. Juicebox Hero says Podman is not a good playmate. Yeah. What you're stuck on isn't even related. It is related to Podman. I'm trying to install Podman. Ethan says, wait, what if you set a temporary home dir and then import it and list keys? I could import it and then delete it. Would that work? Actually, I don't want to import because it will... Well, I guess I can import it in Docker. Yeah, let's do that. Docker run rmti ubuntu bionic bash -v pwd code read only go apt install gnu pg2 no install recommends -y. Okay, we'll do that. We'll try and do that. Wait, Stewback says with colons. G dry run import with colons. Wat.pub. Nope, still not. Still not. GPG import wat code wat.pub. GPG I think it might be this value. What is sig3? Let's try this. Let's fucking try this. We've seen this same value twice. Oh man. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. That seemed like such a lie. It took way longer than half a second to do that. Oh my god. I think it fucking worked, guys. I think it fucking worked. Juicebox Zero says, Anthony sidetracked never. Oh no, it definitely did not work. Let's see what it created here. Let's see what it created here. Oh, it put focal in here. Why did it put focal in there? That's not what we want. That is not what we want. We want... We want what? Release as slash? Maybe release is empty string? Release empty string. What could go wrong, right? Let's try that. You guys says, OMG, just download and install Podman normally. So I do need to automate this eventually, so this is work that I need to do at some point anyway. How to make GPG display the full key ID? Oh. Oh. Okay. I think the thing that I did actually worked though, so I think that's good. GQR says, hey dude, can you help me a little bit? I have no idea with Python. I'm a Node.js developer and I have a repo. I want to find the method, but I don't understand Python. Yeah, sure. What are you looking for? Just you know, post your question in chat, and either I or someone else in chat can help you out there. It was Bubba stuff. Yeah, it's related. You can set a temporary GNU PG home. Yeah, I just did a Docker container. That was easy enough. Now it says using Docker to help obsolete itself. That's mean. Yeah, actually, that is a little bit ironic. Oh my god, I think it worked. Podman run, or Podman version. Podman -pv. Where's the like thing where it shows me? Does it work the same as Docker? Oh shit! Why is it so slow? What are you doing? Is it slow the second time? Nope. Wasn't that easy? Does it actually work? How does the process model work? Holy fucking command line, Batman. Look at this shit. Wow. Naughty Chattelet. I think that's the random name that it generated it. How do I know whether it's rootless or not? I assume it is because I didn't run sudo and I didn't do anything special to set it up. So I assume, although it says -- root here, and -- run root. Let's see. How to tell if Podman is rootless? Why did it say GPG there? There's a pull request on pre-commit that looks at this, so I can just figure out what command they're running there, and then run the same command. Detect rootless mode. Docker system info. Podman system info. YAML. Babybox. Where's the part where it says rootless? Rootless true! We did it! Okay, this is cool. This is cool. What is going on my phone? Oh, I just got a call. Let me check that, because usually people only call me if someone is dying. So, oh, it's an 800 number. There's no way that's relevant. There's no way that is relevant. Okay, cool. Cool. Yo says, I'm glad it's not me that gets stuck on some dumb little thing like this. Like, I actually figured something that wouldn't happen. Anthony, no, it happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time. Usually it's little dumb things I get stuck on. Pioneer says, make a scratch pad with what you've tried so far. I got a scratch pad, it's in my brain. The observer says, did he already mention that he hates GPG? Yeah, fuck GPG. Fuck GPG. Sarcastic Dante says, I hope to see you both on a 24-hour stream. Yes. In case you missed it, everyone in chat, including you, Juicebox, Sarcastic Dante has redeemed the 24-hour stream, which means we need to plan when it's going to happen and what we're going to do on it. So, get hyped, chat. Get fucking hyped. Get hyped for my misery, right? 24-hour rickrolls. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Proggy Head? Hello, hello, welcome back. Good to see you again. ETX Blizzard says, hey man, what does a tech lead actually do? Is it like a product management role? I'm just curious. So the best way that I kind of describe it is you are a person that has a technical role, so you're still like in a code writing role. However, you pick up some of the responsibilities of planning and management and mentorship and other related things. So like, for example, like when I was a tech lead at Lyft on the developer experience organization, I spent a lot of time like doing a bunch of roadmaps for my team, but also working with other related teams to make sure that they're on the same page with how we want to move forward with parts of, you know, the infrastructure organization and like, you know, the production modification stuff and like, you know, like making sure development meshed well with everything else and, you know, getting buy-in from stakeholders and like all sorts of other stuff like that. But yeah. Gil says that's actually in the tutorial thingies. Are you fucking serious? Is there a GPG command in the tutorial? I swear to God, if there's a fucking GPG command in here. GPG. I don't see GPG in there. Okay. Okay. Feeling a little bit better about that. Okay, this is for signing shit. Okay, cool. There's no GPG. There is no cheat sheet there. Oh, the rootless thing is in the tutorial? Okay, nice. Maybe a boomer called you from an 800 number? That'd be wild. Michaela says, I love slurping on juice box. Okay. Okay. Binary says, I would have been right there with you on GPG lookup. Yeah. GPG's a mess. What have you posted, Juice? Bonk! Bonk! Hey, what's up, Aaron Hoyer? Hello, hello, welcome back. RKJ says, I don't believe you'll last 24 hours without rage quitting. When have you ever seen me, like, rage quit on something? I feel like... I don't know, I feel like I have enough, like, interesting ideas that I could do non-programming stuff for a good chunk of it to, like, break up the, you know, the stress of it, if you want to call it that, but... Aaron Hoyer says, hey, new shirt. So I've worn this once on stream, but yes, this is a new shirt for me. I really like this shirt. Really like this shirt. It's like my, you know, kind of Slack logo-y shirt, but I don't know. I think it looks really nice. So it's from Gap, so it's you know, cheap fashion, but no, I like it. It's got a lot of buttons. Juice says we can bake something on stream. Oh, we could do some baking stream. I would need to figure out how to set up a camera that would work like that. Cause like I wouldn't want to end the stream. I would want to have like, you know, one contiguous 24-hour stream, and the only like mobile. I don't know how I would do that. I guess I could like broadcast over. I don't know. Maybe somebody who is better at this would know how to set something up like that. But Yoda Droid says, whoa, 24 hours of code? Gotta be something else too. Yeah, there's no way I'm writing code for 24 hours. That would be that would be a lot. There's no way that's happening. Mikhail says, there's for the rootless thing, you're just behind. Indeed. ETX Blizzard, thanks. Hopefully I answered your question. Podman's logo looks like Doug Trio. Does it? Where is this? Where's your logo, Podman? Why did that take me to here? Why does this take me to the installation instructions? Oh my god, it does kind of look like Doug Trio, except they're little seals. They're little seals. Let's see, circle. Wait, what is the blob seal? Oh, there's a pillow for this? Oh my goodness. This is fucking adorbs. Other than the few times they drag small girls into the ocean. What? Why is this so adorable? Why is this so adorable? Okay. We're gonna bookmark this. Anyway. Blob seals. I don't know why I would. Chat will make you rage quit. I'd like to see you guys try. 24 hours of Minesweeper. Yo, I could do a good amount of Minesweeper. The problem is Minesweeper makes my hand hurt after a while. I could probably only do Minesweeper for like an hour or so. Proggyhead says, I've never seen Anthony as sleepy as he is today. He even made me feel sleepy. How did you know I was sleepy? Yeah, I did not get enough sleep last night, which is entirely my fault. So, yike. Ruler says, in this code, you have a passive-aggressive rage quit. I guess. Sarcastic Dante says, drinking stream. Yeah, 24-hour binger. Stream that shit. Nothing could go wrong with that. Not Make says, what can you bake? I mean, I can bake pretty much anything as long as there's a recipe. But some of my favorite things to bake are cookies and like, you know, cake breads. So like banana bread is a big favorite of mine. But I really fucking like cookies. I make so many cookies. Cookies are so good. I've made too many cookies. Well, Juice has made me a lot of cookies too, but oh my god, I've made so many cookies during quarantine. And I told you guys about this last stream, but I have a problem with cookies in that like if they're there, I will just eat them. And yeah, I end up eating way too many cookies, but you know, that's the way things go. Anstifa says, what's up? Hello. Welcome to the stream. How is Corona time? I mean, it's going. You can see my, well, I don't know if you've seen my normal hair, but like, my hair's getting a little out of control. I'm a giant fucking fuzzball right now, but yeah, it's good. Juice says, yeah, sarcastic Dante, chat can watch me get drunk off half a beer. Yes. Juice does not have an alcohol tolerance at all. Which, we went on our first date yesterday. We went to a bar and, Juice had half a drink and was like completely plastered. Which was great. But better to be a cheap date than an expensive date, right? Michaela says, so many tabs. I closed most of them, right? I can't decide if the logo is horrifying or cute. It is a little unsettling now that you mention it. Like this one is like, ha ha ha, I'm coming to drag little girls into the ocean. But yeah. Sarcastic Dante says, but beer's like water in the US. Yes. ETX Blizzard says you could do an interactive 24-hour stream and have us code with you. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could do something like that. I could do something like that right now too. Proggyhead says, I wish to catch Anthony coding someday. All right, buddy. We wrote some code already today. I promise you. Not that repo, not this file. I don't need this file anymore. What is to do? Oh yeah, I want to do that later. Okay, commit-m. Install podman. We did it. Except this. But gotta love those auto formatters. I didn't even have to worry about it. Actually, this is not formatted properly. This should be like a so. Oops. And then we'll let the auto formatter do it. Should fix it for me. It's a little bit slow because it's Ruby. But anyway, that should fix that. 24 hours of Reviewing chat's code, yeah. 24 hours of drinking and programming with SO-langs. It's a teenager hair, it is. This is exactly what I looked like in high school. Like no joke, this is me in high school. This is my hair. This is exactly what I did. I guess except for my freshman year. Because my freshman year, believe it or not, my freshman year of high school, I used to spike my hair. I was such a fucking 90s kid. She says, wow, I was fine. I was not completely plastered. In Juicebox's own words, she was belligerently drunk. So, your words, not mine. Roller says, 24-hour live stream idea. Juicebox Hero gives Anthony Wright's code a haircut. Do I trust Juice to cut my hair? Hooper says, yay, the ship is sailing. Michaela says, Juice takes one sip of beer. Oh no, I'm so drunk. I hope no one tries to kiss me. Haha, isn't that right, Anthony? That's funny, Michaela. What do we got from Sarcastic Dante? Do we need to add this as a command? I think we need to add this as a command. What do we want this command to be? How about like bonk? Does bonk work for that? Bonk. Oh, but we wanted to like say, like a username, right? Yeah, so we'll give it an argument. Hello message, bonk. Bonk. Bonk, and then what? Yeah, sure, just bonk. Man, bonk, match. Man, the word bonk sounds real weird right now. I'm a little unsettled about that. Response. Nest equals match. Message dot partition space. Return message response match. Whose CDN is this? Like, where did we get this URL from? Should I re-upload this? I think I'm gonna re-upload this. Copy image. We'll put it on Fluffy. That way I know it won't go away. 108 characters. I don't think this is gonna fit. Oh, it might fit. It fits. Okay, we good. So let's try this command out. So if we wanted to say bonk to Michaela, there we go. Okay, I think that works well enough. And the link works. Okay, we've added a bonk command. Get and dash p. No, yes. And oh no. It's commit dash m and bonk command. Bonk. Just hard code it, Michaela Fox. We don't need it for anyone else. Okay. I like that idea. Oh, that means we can make it a simple command. Well, maybe we'll want to make it a non-simple command later. Michaela Fox. There we go. We don't even need F strings anymore. We also don't need this. Easy. So now if we do bonk, it just pings Michaela every time. Get add dash p. No, yes. Get commit amend. Get push origin head. Okay, we've added a bonk command. And now I'm super behind on chat again. Juice says, Michaela, are you writing fan fiction about us right now? Friend fiction. Oh boy. Exiled says, hey, I'm a Ruby dev. Hello, Exiled. Welcome to the chat. Mumi says, have you tried Crystal? I've tried Crystal. It was pretty good. Juicebox Hero says, well, I punched a tree. Yes, you were belligerently drunk and punched a tree. So, it's true. It is true. Exiled says, I've read about it and played with it a bit. I'm excited for it to mature. Yeah, Crystal seems pretty cool from what I did with it. But yeah. Juice says, chat was so horny, we needed a command. Exiled has been using Ruby for 3 to 3.5 years now. Nice. Sarcastic Donic says chat is forny. KYM CDN is Know Your Meme CDN. Oh, I see. I see. That makes sense. I got some bonk tests. Just hard code it. Yeah, we did that. Hard code it, right? Roller says you should open a repo so that people can submit ideas for the 24-hour live stream, and you can spend 23 hours reviewing them and telling us how terrible they are. And then doing 1 hour of actual live stream ideas. Yeah. I mean, you guys can always post in the Discord, in the stream chat channel about things that I should do on my 24-hour live stream, and I'll try and make it, you know, somewhat structured, but we'll see how it goes. Shazrobot says no bully. What's up, Shazrobot? Hello, hello. You're being bullied. Yes. Crystal, not meth. Crystal Lang. It's even better than meth, says Moomy. Juice says, is this still a command? Yikes. Yes, it is. It is still a command. There's actually several other commands that are related to this one. You guys haven't found the other ones yet. But they do exist. Now we need to bonk Anthony. Did you send me the? Oh yes, you did indeed send me the horny bonk. Did you just try bang slam piece? Juice, what are you looking for there? What are you looking for there? What? Gonna have like bang juice bonks. Juice bonks! I fucking love that, Michaela. That one's so good. I'm totally stealing that. Juice bonks. Okay, anyway, Podman. So one thing that I wanted to do with Podman is play around with the networking, because I know I'm going to need special networking for the stuff I want to do. But I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Let's actually just push this. Why didn't it push before? I was sure that I ran this before. I guess not. But we'll say yes. What was I doing here? This is in Podman. Why does this seem so much faster? That seems super fast. But it does look like a legitimate Docker container. That's really cool. I'm super excited about Podman. Podman images. Oh. So I think we also need Builda. Because Builda is the builder. Builda. Oh, hey, what's up, AVH4? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. How's your day going? What did you work on today, AVH4? Let me give a little intro about myself and what I'm working on today. So my name is Anthony. I work on a lot of Python open source tooling. The thing that I'm most known for is pre-commit, which is a tool that I created, which does linting and code formatting, and it kind of organizes a bunch of tools that make all of that stuff working. make all that stuff working. That didn't English, but whatever. The basic idea is you set up a config file with some tools and versions, and it knows how to integrate with hooks, install all of those tools, and run them against your files. And I also work on things like PyTest, Flake8, Tox, a bunch of other related like workflow, linter, code formatter, stuff like that. But that's me, usually in Python, sometimes in other stuff. The things that we're working on today is I'm building a CI system around pre-commit called pre-commit.ci. Super creative name, right? But we're working a little bit on the back end of that today, and I wanted to look into Podman, which is a rootless Docker runner thing-ish. But anyway, that's my little spiel. Hey, what's up? Hi, Alice. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. AVH says, pretty good. I was doing code reviews for viewers, mostly the Elm programming language. Ooh, I have not worked in Elm, but I've heard good things about it. Code reviews. So you had somebody that was writing Elm and then you were reviewing it? That's pretty neat. I like that. Hey, what's up, Senor Meow Mix? Thank you for the follow. That's a great name. I like that. Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, Ofe? Hello, hello. Oh, right. Mods, what are you doing? Where's... Come on, mods. Mods are asleep. Here's a shout out for AVH4. My viewers, you should check them out. Give them a follow, etc., etc. Mods are asleep. Folks sent me their GitHub links to look at. Nice. That works out pretty well. Michaela says 2 people know Elm? Amazing. Ofe says mods are asleep post memes. I mean the mods post memes too, so I think you'll be in good company there. AVH says cool. I'm always a fan of new CI systems. Yeah, so the kind of the selling point of this is that you'll be able to set it up without any configuration. So like right now, if you want to run pre-commit in CI, it's easy to do. Like it's not hard, but it's kind of tricky to get caching correct and fast and consistent and all these other things. And I think I can do a better job of that and provide a reasonably cheap to host system that does this, but also have some nice, eventually paid features on top of it. But this is the plan for the first version. So the first version is just going to support GitHub. You're not going to need a configuration to get it set up. There will probably be some amount of configuration at some point that will be optional. Caching will happen out of the box. If the code formatters make changes, there will be a way to auto-commit those back to pull requests, and it'll have a periodic auto-update for bumping up the versions of pre-commit tools. And probably some more features, but this is what I want to get done for the V1 version. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. She says some mods have day jobs. Yeah, that's true. I forgot that, people in the real world have actual jobs. Man, my hair is so fucked up today. I do not like this. It's like a little bit shaggy today, but Sarcastic Dante says, and some are actually trying to write some code. Oh, I see. ABH says, oh cool, I'm the author of the source code formatter for Elm, so I'm excited about the formatting feature there. Nice. Mew says, I cut Jordan's hair, I got you. Oh no, is True gonna cut my hair? But yeah, I'm actually hanging out with Jordan and Mewtrue tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Is Jordan gonna stream? Is that what's gonna happen? Is this gonna be like a quad streamer hangout? We'll see. You did it with craft scissors? Oh my god, what a mess. He had to drink like a bottle of wine. That you are not instilling confidence, Mewtrue. You are not instilling confidence. Juicebox Hero says I have shears, for shrubbery. We got our alternate accounts to do IRL streams if you want. He looks a lot better. Okay, well, I haven't seen it after his haircut, I don't think. Or was he on stream last time? I don't know. Juicebox says OnlyFans stream. Can you stream to OnlyFans? I thought OnlyFans was just static content. I don't actually know. Sheep shears. Yes. Oh, speaking of sheep shears, do you guys want to see the birthday card that Juice got me? Um, hold on a second. Wait, can I show this on stream? Yeah, I can show this on stream. This is fine. Right? This is fine on stream. But it's a partially sheared sheep, and yeah, I think this is okay. This is fine for the internet, right? And inside it says, "Don't worry, she is 42 pounds. Smile, I weighed her myself." And the joke from that there is, I forget if it's Virginia or West Virginia or somewhere in the U.S. There's a like bestiality law that makes it legal to do animals as long as they are above 40 pounds. And anyway, that's the sheep joke. Hungry Hunger says, "I'm from Virginia. # offended." Deepak Rajan says, "Vim or Emacs?" Haha, jokes for you. It is neither Vim nor Emacs. I use an editor called Babby, which I wrote from scratch, which is loosely based on the ideas of Nano. And it's really cool. So if you want to, see some of my text editor, here's Babby opening. Well, that wasn't a very interesting file. Here's it opening a Python file. So anyway, this is Babby. It is loosely based on Nano. It uses the syntax highlighting engine approach that VS Code, Atom, Sublime Text, and TextMate all use. However, I've implemented my own version of the syntax engine in Python, and my text editor is written in Python from scratch. It's pretty cool. The bot got you for saying Emacs, though. That's pretty funny. Juice says, "I gotta go. Forever bye." No, Juice, don't go. Loosely, no. I mean, it was pretty tightly based on the ideas of Nano. The keyboard shortcuts mostly all match. Sarcastic Dante says, "Vim's just wrong. Use Emacs." Yeah, that's one of my top clips on Twitch, isn't it? Twitch. That's Twitter. Twitch. There we go. Clips. It's like Anthony's opinion on Vim or something like that. Oh, it is my top clip. Anthony's opinion on Vim. No, Vim's just wrong. No, Vim's just wrong. Hey, what's up, Data Love? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. What is going on here? Why does this look all sorts of fucked up? Okay, anyway, whatever. Toplon says /dolly. What? Deepak says, "Does it have Vim key bindings?" It has some Vim key bindings, so like, there's like a sort of pseudo visual mode that's kind of like Vim, and it has some Vim commands, so like you can sort things, but most of the key bindings are not Vim. Most of them are Nano key bindings. But yeah, that's what's going on there. Breached says, "Hey Anthony, any reason why you're using Puppet for provisioning over Ansible?" Couple of reasons. I'm more familiar with Puppet. I did a bunch of Puppet when I was at Yelp, and I kind of like it. The reason I'm not using Ansible is fuck YAML and fuck Jinja templated YAML. Because you can't lint it or format it or validate it at all without running it. So you can't really have any linters for it. Whereas Puppet has its own DSL. What the fuck does DSL stand for? All I can think of is dick sucking lips right now, which is definitely not the right DSL. Domain specific language. There we go. So yeah, Puppet has its own DSL, which has its own set of linters and code formatters, and so I can lint and code format stuff, which is pretty good. Shazarot says, "Controversial opinions." It's true. It's true. Hungry Hippo says, "First you crap on my state, now you crap on my editor. Why are you targeting me?" No, Vim's fine. I do know Vim, and I do use Vim occasionally, but I don't have much use for it anymore now that Babby can sort, because that's what I used to use Vim for. But I do know how to use Vim. I just choose not to. Bully Anthony. Jinja Juice Cry, yes. I lost a year of my life to Jinja. I've lost probably about the same. Because man, Jinja has lost me so much sleep. Breach says domain specific language LMAO. Michaela says that's all I was thinking too. Bonk. Oh, we don't have capital bonk. Should we make that one case insensitive? Party of 91. Thank you, Julie Strader, for the raid. 91 people? We're just getting raided by everyone today. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How was your stream today, Julie? We should make bonk capital work as well. Let's do that as well. I'm not working on much yet, as usual. Bonk. Oh, how do I make this? Is there flags? Yeah, here we go. We'll make bonk work for any case. So I feel like a capital bonk is in play sometimes. Flags equals lags. Let's restart the bot, and if we do bang bonk now, hey, there we go. Even bonk. The double raid is so beautiful. Yes, we have so many people on the stream right now. Hello, raiders. I guess I should introduce myself since there's a lot of you here now. My name is Anthony. I usually work on Python stuff. Some of the stuff that I work on are, testing tools, workflow tools, code formatters, linters, and other stuff like that. My biggest project is definitely pre-commit, which is a thing that I created, which manages Git hooks and linters and code formatters. The idea behind pre-commit is you set up a config file with some tools and versions and stuff, and it knows how to integrate with Git and install all those tools and auto format or check your code for you. And we're working today on a CI system based around this, and I'm playing around with Podman and Builda, which are alternative tools for Docker images. So we're playing around with that. We're seeing how that goes. Let me catch up on chat because now I'm way behind on chat. Oh, thank you, Shazrobot, for linking my Puppet setup. It's pretty good. It requires so much time to set up configs for each language. Yeah, that's the cool thing about Babby is a lot of the language tooling kind of gets built in because I built the syntax highlighting once, and then you just pip install this particular package. Tilde opt vm bin lib I don't know, share. So all of these grammars are provided out of the box when you install Babby, and so it's pretty easy to get started with that. Hey, what's up, Vino? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, Passive Star again, and Dead Pixel, and what else we got from the raider? Chemical X, I like that one. And Shimashiro, and Julie says hello in the Red's Code in chat. Hello. RKJ says huge raid. Good thing you weren't discussing anything lewd. Yeah, we definitely weren't just talking about what were we talking about? Something a little bit lewd. Hey, what's up, Nick Lewd TTV? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Julie says stream is fun. Was making a low poly Tokyo building in Blender. Gonna finish tomorrow. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm a little bit tired. I did not get enough sleep last night, but other than that, it's going well. I've actually written some code today, which is a new one for me. I guess it's not a new one for me. But we wrote a little bit of code to install some packages. It's not actually much code. It's mostly declarative stuff. And oh, we were talking about sheep laws. Yeah, we were talking about this cute birthday card that Juicebox Hero got for me, which has a shaved sheep on it, and inside the card it talks about, don't worry, she is 42 pounds. I weighed her myself because there's a place in the US where
Julie already recommended your stream yesterday in her Discord.
Oh.
Educational science streams are important.
Thank you, Sandstrom, for the donation. Have some cookies. Man, cookies are great. Cookies are great. Juice usually makes me cookies, so. But thank you for the recommendation, Julie. Appreciate it. But yeah, I have not worked in Blender at all, so I don't actually know much about Blender at all. I have watched a few streams where people play with Blender though. Let's see. Negleric says, "Wow, many people today." Yeah, we got a huge raid today from Julie. We got another raid from, oh, was it AVH4? Yes, AVH4 earlier as well. So we've had a lot of raids today. G60 says sheep laws, yes. Shaz Robot Bot has showed up to start some trouble. We've got Shaz Robot's Bot in the chat. Hello, Shaz Robot Bot. Hey, what's up, NSL? Welcome back. You've been here before, right? Veno says, like the keyboard outlets. Yes. The setup for the Kinesis Freestyle Pro, which is actually tinted. You can't really see it on screen, but it is angled a bit, so my hands are to the side, I guess. Stop showing that, Jesus. Okay. Yes, you can check out my YouTube. Thank you, Shaz Robot. RKJ says. Wait, where is it in the chat? Here we go. Hey, what's up, Jellyfishes72? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And Fazaro says, first thing, hello, and nice split keyword. Yeah, it works pretty well. And she says it doesn't mean show evidence of staff being lewd. Is the music loud today? It is super loud today. I'm gonna turn that down. Sorry about that. A little bit better now? A little bit better now. Julie says, Blender is scripted with Python, so you know something about Blender. Oh. So maybe I could do Blender stuff. Juice says, I hate it here. Shazarot says, yo, I just had this thought after seeing your setup at home the other day. The worse the at-home setup is, the better programmer, I swear to God. Are you saying my setup is shit? Or are you saying I'm a bad programmer? Which of the two things are you throwing shade about there, Shazrobot? Vina says, just curious, how often does the Twitch chatbot check the chat log? This actually shows up instantly. It's a, well, as instantly as it possibly can. It's a AIO event loop. Anthony writes code, Twitch chatbot. So this is, where's the loop? Where is the loop? What was I searching? PG. Probably I was looking for GPG and just raging. Async.run. Yeah, so here's where it logs into chat, and here it receives messages in a loop. It basically does some printing and then handles the stuff in the background. So that's how this works. But yeah, it shows up essentially immediately. It basically works like an IRC client, so which is pretty cool. NSS says that's because they focus on programming and not their setups. Shazarot says you're literally sitting at a dresser. Let's be honest. Yo, this is actually a legit desk. Do you guys want to see my desk? It is actually a desk. It is a very nice desk. Wait, can you see it in that photo that we have on my desktop? Is it this one? Oh no, that's me with a fish. This is little babby me with a fish. Look at me. I'm such a hunk here. No, this is me. This is not the photo that I want to show. Why is it not letting me scroll over? This is the one I want to show. I mean, you can't really see that it's a dresser, but it's actually a desk. There's, you know, underneath this little bit here is you know, foot space. It has nice drawers. This is my stationery drawer where I have, like, you know, stationery and stuff. I guess you guys can't see it, but it's real. It's real. You're right that I don't have much desk space, but it is all taken up with computer monitor stuff. So it gets the job done, I guess. Sandstrom says, with that logic, I should be the coding god. Yes. Okay, no C says, with a broken keyboard. Yeah, I just rage chopped it in half. As instantly as it possibly can. That does deserve a Python. You're right there, Michaela. Juice says, I'm trying to brighten up his room by strategically leaving fluffy plushies everywhere, and it's not working. I think you only left one plushie here, Juicebox Hero. Kinbiko, welcome back, friend! Who says, peachy, 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 peachy. Yes. Yes, indeed, I did say that, Small Grim. Hey, what's up, Alessandro? Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Definitely a dresser. Alright, fine. Fine. Biniar says, Whittle and Fernie? Yeah, that's me. Do you know that that was my nickname? Biniar? And Fernie? Fernie? Fernie was my nickname? That's where that came from, actually. Oddly enough. Juice says, I took a flattering picture of Anthony yesterday. Juice did take a flattering picture of me yesterday. Do you guys want to see the flattering or the unflattering one? Are you being sarcastic or legitimate? Copy image locate. Oh wait, open original. That's what we want to do. Here's the like flattering one of me. Do we want to see the unflattering one of me? No, we don't want to see the unflattering one of me. Anyway, I like this photo. This is a good photo of me. I don't usually take very good photos, which is... I mean, Juice can share the other one. I feel like I was unflattering in the other photo, but... Biniar says, Anthony, do you use a DAC? I don't know what that is. DAC. What is a DAC? I swear, if this is something lewd... Design Automation Conference. Do you need a DAC? Here we go. Digital Audio Converter? Is that what it stands for? Converts a digital signal into an analog one such your headphones can then create sound. I do not use a DAC. I have really fucking cheap headphones too. They're basically only there so that I can hear music and I don't go completely insane while streaming. But Michaela says feet. Oh, is that why you wanted to see under my desk? I see. Buller says, where is the cable management? Oh, have you seen... Can you see how messy my cables are? My cable management is all over the place. I know that it's bad. This is really bad up here, but that's because these are supposed to be surround, and so these cables are like a majillion feet long. Most of the cables like behind my screen are reasonably managed. This is a rat's nest. Nobody needs to look back here. Ever. Ever. Speakers are all on top. Yeah, that's just to keep them out of the way. They used to be on... Well, when I used to only have one monitor, and when I set up this desk at a different place, these would sit on my desk. They would be over here. But this has much better sound. Why the split keyboard? So it's supposed to be ergonomic. The idea is that your hands are approximately shoulder width apart, and then if you were to lay them down directly on a keyboard, well, it would actually be like this far apart for them to be, you know, properly widthed, but then it doesn't fit on camera, so we scoot them in a little bit for the for the chat. But yeah, it's supposed to be more ergonomic. These are actually tented up so that your hands are at a more natural, like, you know, holding them out at kind of an angle. And so, I mean, mine are actually more like this because they're only 15 degrees each, but... Biniar says, get a VESA mount, and combine the monitors to reclaim your desk space. I could do that. These monitors are super heavy though. Julie says, I don't believe it's your desk. Where are the dessert beers? I mean, you're right. I am not actually drinking this stream today. Although I do need to fill up my water, so maybe I should get a drink. Biniar says, why would you put the sub on a shelf? Why is Juicepex on a shelf? I don't know. It works. Hey, what's up, Marco Dev? Hello. I thought it's Frodo. Unflattering one is the only one you want to see. I guess Juice shared it. New GitHub profile pic, right? He looks like an actual psychopath. Man, you guys are so mean to me today. What's the deal with that? Biniar says, but if you're productive, I can't hate on that. Kimbika says, I see we've got the same fidget cube. Oh. Do you see that in the photo? Yeah. This is the original fidget cube. The one that did the Kickstarter. It was actually not a knockoff. But yeah, I really like it. If you can't tell, I like Vision devices. They sit basically everywhere on my desk, and I play with them all the time. Shatterbit says you can just put the cables in one of the drawers of your desk. What size are the monitors? This one is a 30-inch screen. I've had this one for 13 years now. I spent all of my high school savings on it. And then I didn't have a computer that could run it because I wasn't planning all that well. This one is 28 inches. This is a 4K display. This is a 2560p display. And this is a 27-inch 4K display. But yeah, they look small, but they're actually ginormous. And this is the region of the screen that I stream. Although I've actually, since taking this photo, I've moved this down a little bit and slightly to the right. Is that correct? Slightly to the right? Not slightly to the left? Yeah. I was just making sure that I didn't have pixels showing at the left or at the right, because that often happens. Drink water. Okay, yeah, I do need to fill up my water. Let me go fill that up. I'll be right back. I'll see you guys in a sec. Hello chat, I'm back. I got water. And I got a non-dessert beer this time. We're drinking a framboise, which is a sour. But it's basically juice, so I don't know. It's not all that unusual for my drinking habits, but it is a lambic indeed. It is a raspberry lambic. It is from Belgium, so cheers to you guys. Oh, it's so good, so good. But anyway, welcome back. We're here. Literally purple, definitely not a dessert beer. Yes, indeed. Cheers to you guys. Marco Dev says, show us feet so we can confirm you are not a hobbit. Well, you'll have to scoot on over to onlyfans.com/AnthonyRed's for feet. That's not happening here. Okay, no, C says, ergonomic keyboard, okay, but no fancy trackball? No, I've got fucking cheap-ass, super cheap Logitech mouse. I'm not a fancy mouse person. I don't know, I probably could be convinced to use a fancy mouse, but I don't know, I just like the simplicity of a normal mouse. Polymathic Man says, been reworking my dot files, loving power level 10k. I've heard good things about it. Is that the like sparkline thing? With the like bottom line thingy thing? Yeah, this thing. I've definitely seen a lot of this. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. But I don't use this, so it's not helpful for me. Spyro says, I have a fidget cube. 2 times actually bought it on Amazon, got a fake, and then bought the original on the original website, and it's awesome. Nice. Juice says, I have meetings. I'll see you all later. Well, thanks for stopping by, Juice. Juice says, bye, Michaela. Be good. No more bunks. The config does what I want without custom stuff. Yeah, I always love when things work out of the box and you don't have to, like, spend a bunch of time fucking with them to get them to work. Yes, it is a lambic. And it says -H. Kenbiko says, I recently learned about Jira Jr. and haven't been able to sleep since. Oh no. Is this going to ruin my brain too? Oh, what the fuck? This has to be an April Fool's joke. This has to be an April Fool's joke. Oh my god. No.
It'll take 4 days.
What is she doing?
Writing user stories.
Writing user
By
stories.
herself?
The software industry is highly competitive,
Oh
so
my
it's important
fucking
kids
God.
get familiar with software development
wait,
processes
she had a ring on.
early. So it's important
Oh, she
kids
got a ring
get
on.
familiar with software development processes early. Jira Jr. has an intuitive user interface. It makes scheduling projects, writing requirements, assigning tasks, and
Priority,
tracking
super
progress
duper.
fun.
Jira Jr. gives my child
Okay. That's enough of this. This is definitely an April Fool's joke, but it's also like super cringy. But also, now that you've showed me this, Kamiko. What are we doing, friend? And it says, I feel this in my fridge, but I can't drink anymore. I see. The peach and strawberry are my favorite. Oh. Yeah, I should try some other flavors. I've been a big fan of the raspberry one, though. Let's see. Anthony writes code for feet. Bang feet! Why you guys all want to see my feet? I'm wearing socks today, so even if you saw my feet, you would just see my socks. Roller says, I'm glad you got alcohol to blame the lack of code on. Kinbika says, holy crap, the OnlyFans actually exists. Yeah, it does exist. There's no content there, but there is an onlyfans.com/AnthonyWritesCode. It does indeed exist. For reasons. Mikhail says, have you thought about not having the bot type out all the commands after every unknown one? I mean, if it told you, like, run bang help, people would just run bang help again. Like, it would just print a command either way, I think. Hylas says, do you virtualize with GPU pass-through? No, I'm using, I have a Windows host, and I'm using VirtualBox, which doesn't have GPU pass-through, as far as I know. So I'm just virtualizing it in software. And it works well enough. I'm not actually, like, playing video or doing games inside the VM. It's mostly just my terminal, so that works well enough. What do we got? A link from Hylas. Oh no! What a disaster! Man, cats are kind of assholes. RIP! Man, the worst is if you live with someone with a cat and the cat spills any amount of cat litter on the floor, that shit hurts. It's like fucking Legos. But I guess it's not as bad as Legos, but oh man, stepping on cat litter is no fun. Do not want. Is that Comic Sans? Yeah, it was Comic Sans. The laptop is bigger than she is. True. Mommy / Scrum Master. Hole and Swole. That's a nice name. I like that. Some people prefer them with socks. Is that a thing? For like feet people that like socks? Pioneer says, damn, Anthony Wright's code gets around. Timestamp 2302. Are you trying to timestamp my feats? Hey, what's up, Cryophonic? Hello. RKJ says, gotta go and write my own code. Have a good stream. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around in the future. Adrian Egg says, I leave for a while and this is what I come back to. NSO says, it's a thing, don't ask how I know. Alright. Tyler says, what is your favorite programming language besides Python? My favorite programming language in general is C#. I just don't get a lot of time to write in it. I also really like C++. And that's probably about it for now. Cryphonic says, sup man, how are you doing? I'm doing well. We are trying to set up Builda before I got super distracted by a giant raid. And now I'm caught up in chat, so let's try and figure out how do we install this. Install. Oh, I missed a follow. Hey, what's up, Oleg Nyazev and Ojio? Thank you both for the follow. Sorry if I mispronounced your names, but welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Installation instructions. Debian. Jesus. Ubuntu. Here we go. The Cubic project provides packages for this. Does it maybe? Do I maybe already have it? App cache search build. I do. Where from though? App cache show builder. How do I know which PPA this comes from? Let's just modules, packages, manifests, podman. We'll also just include Builda here. We'll build so that should work. And password. Michaela says, I didn't realize you liked C# and stuff though. I'll have to ask for help on it later when I get back into college stuff. So honestly, I have not done a lot of C# in a really, really long time. I think the last major C# project I did was in 2009, 2010. But I really like that it's Java with nice things. It compiles relatively fast. It has decent tooling. Visual Studio is fucking amazing. And I don't know, like the syntax. Semicolons and curly braces. Pretty good. Where is my terminal right now? Which Builda? Okay. Builda help. So in theory, I should be able to build an image using instructions in a Docker file. That's a weirdly verbose command. Let's see if it works though. From Ubuntu, Focal, run, apt. Hey, what's up, Siwa55? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Apt get update, apt get install -y, no, install recommends, Python 3, just to install something. Apt get clean, rlib. Apt list star Python 3 version Builda build using Docker file. Help. Oh boy. Build a bud. Yeah. That's good. Build a bud. So it looks like it's just -t mypython dot. And we'll see what happens. GGH says, too many syllables, too many syllables. What are you too many syllables and syllables-ing about? Hey, what's up? Elgin Disha, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Sing says, what do you recommend doing when somebody starts out coding? Funny you ask that. I actually have a YouTube video for this. Now, again, this is my recommendation. Getting started with programming. So most of my advice here is around like finding projects and finding, you know, things to work on once you've sort of figured out the basic syntax for stuff, and then going from there. Kimbiko says, didn't realize you like WinJava. I do like WinJava, Kimbiko. That is a dude with a huge forehead, Andrew Linux. NSO says cry. Hylas says C# is good for someone who needs to write code for Windows. I try to write in C some code from time to time, and the Win32 API is bloated way too much for me. Thankfully, I didn't do this as a job. Oh, I see. Elgin Tisha says hello, haluda, 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 hello. Kamiko says, any chance you've enabled community challenges so we can pool our points together and get that 24-hour stream going? So actually, Kamiko, it happened earlier this stream. Sarcastic Dante reached 100,000 channel points and redeemed the 24-hour stream. So it will be happening. I don't know what day I'm going to do it yet, but we will get there. We will do it eventually. Hopefully, probably sometime this month. So that, you know, we can set it up for another time to do another one, I guess. But yes, it has been redeemed. The 24-hour stream will be happening, oddly enough. Michaela says Anthony needs a nap. Do I really look that tired? Like, how tired? Oh, I do look super tired. Oh my goodness, I'm a fucking mess. Anyway, I don't actually feel that tired, but it's definitely noticeable. I'm sorry. Polymathic Man says, no bang command for your explains videos links. Yeah, there's a bang explains command, but it just takes you to the playlist, and I find that this is a little bit more searchable, so I usually go to this instead. Like you can see, I was just able to Control F and get that. Whereas on this page, Control F is it's a little bit laggier, but also like this Control F, sometimes it doesn't work. This time it worked fine, but anyway, I was supposed to make a video this morning. I did not make a video this morning. Shit. Oh well. I didn't make a video yesterday either. Yikes! Community challenges, pooling points. Yeah, Twitch announced this new thing. Twitch dashboard? Is this the one that I want to go to? Yes. So there's this new creator update. Bring your community together with channel points community challenges. Your viewers can now pool their channel points to unlock special rewards with community challenges. Getting you to play a special game or doing karaoke for your next stream. Do you guys want to do a karaoke stream? That would be wild. But actually, one thing that I want to do before I do the 24-hour stream is I want to get my result from my partner application. Because, yeah. I want to figure out if I'm a partner first. If I'm not partner, actually, I don't know, how would that change my decision process there? As like, I'm concerned about my concurrent viewer counts, as stupid as it sounds, because you need to keep those up, and that's the hardest thing to do for partner, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Hey, what's up, Jodima? Hello, hello. What is the drink? This is a lambic. Switch to this. It is the Framboise Raspberry Lambic beer. It's very good. It's very juice, though. It's just juice. It's literally just alcoholic juice. Panda Person TTV says, hi, what are you up to? Don't you use dark mode? There isn't a dark mode for GitHub, is there? But my browser's in dark mode, my terminal's dark. This might have actually worked. Podman PS. Podman images. Why is it so slow? That's like super slow. I don't know why that's so slow. Oh, that time it was faster. Perhaps it's just like variable. But that's pretty cool. That's real cool. Okay, so this works. I'll be able to build, actually I should start the build for my, let's see, build a bud -t pre-commit 1 dot. This will build the pre-commit image that I had set up. Internet is gonna give us a virus. Yeah. Put the 24-hour stream on a community thing. Yeah, maybe. Pool points to make it 48 hours. There's no fucking way that's happening. There's no way. Shazarbet says partner application, PogChamp. Yes. So I finally reached the requirements for partner. Which actually happened a couple streams ago. That's not what I wanted. This one. We go to Insights Achievements. You can see that I have all 3 checkboxes here for. Oh, we can't see because it's off screen. I have all 3 checkboxes. So the 24 hours or 25 hours of streaming in a 30-day period, streaming on more than 12 days, and averaging 75 viewers without hosts, raids, or embeds. So this is just like organic viewers that viewed the channel. And I've reached all 3 of those requirements. And we usually follow up in 7 business days. It has been 10, 11, 12. It has been, no, 7, 8, 9. It has been 11 business days. So, oh, in 7 business days. It has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has been 8 business days. So, assuming there was a holiday over the 4th of July. But maybe I'll hear soon. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm super proud of this. I didn't think I would ever get to this 75 concurrent viewers. Like, this is the thing that was not happening. But I'm pretty proud of this. And yeah, I clicked apply and filled the thing out. And there's this cute little graphic that says, "Thanks for applying to be a Twitch partner." Blah 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 blah. But anyway, that's the thing. But yeah, partner. Kimiko and Shazrobot. It's I'm excited about it. If it happens, we'll see. Jedaba says that looks really good. Also, hello. How's it going, Jedaba? Welcome back. It is very good, very good. Panda Person says there's an extension called Dark Reader. Install that, and GitHub will be dark and perfect. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't really like dark mode all that much myself. And this is the part where you guys like scream at me because you're like, "Oh, you're using Twitter in light mode. What are you doing, you heathen?" But I don't know. The only reason Chrome is in dark mode is because chat made me change it. I don't actually use Chrome. I use Firefox, although I guess my Firefox is in like partial dark mode. So like, this is what my actual browser is Firefox. But yeah. But I would use dark GitHub. It looks great in white. Yeah, I think it looks fine. It looks fine. But yes, I did apply to partner Shazrobot. Hey, what's up? What's in my OPSEC? Hello, welcome back. Jonah says the other people that I know that applied for partner recently had it take 2 to 3 weeks for an answer. Yeah, I don't expect it to be that quick or whatever. Polymathic Man says heretic. Yes, burn him. Hylas says it looks good, but if you're using a dark themed IDE and then you open GitHub, you get flashed. Yes. C Ugo says I'm not a big fan of dark mode, but it helps my eyes, especially at nighttime. Yeah, that's fair. Janserwet says sits at a dresser, doesn't like dark mode, hates Vim. Who is this guy? I don't hate Vim, I just don't use it. The worst is using a mixture though, like you go from getting used to dark background and they tab something that blinds you. Yeah, I guess that's fair. There's also a dark GitHub plugin. Yeah, I don't want to install plugins just for dark mode. Panda Person says, I don't know how your eyes are alive still. Yes. What's my OPSEC says, Anthony writes code, why don't you just dance for Mel? To get partner? I don't think it works that way. She does not have that permission. In fact, I'm pretty sure her channel, like part of her little thing is like, oh, it's the drop song, guys. Fuck yeah, the drop song. How do I? Here we go. Partner. Anyway, it's in her chat bot. No. JuiceBot Hero. Is it in this file? Staff. She's a senior product manager technical at Twitch. She can't get you partner. Can't get me partner. So that doesn't help me. What's in my OPSEC? Database says maybe we need to weigh him and see if he weighs as much as a duck. Juicebox has another name, yes. Ethan says drop song, hell yeah. Indeed. Juice says, what is happening? I have you on mute and I'm just seeing all kinds of stuff about me. Oh. Someone was saying that you should just give me partner and it doesn't, I know it doesn't work that way, and I was showing them that it doesn't work that way. Everything's fine, don't worry about it. Kinbiko says that Juicebot Hero made me giggle. Yeah, Juicebot Hero is pretty good. Pretty good. Shazerbet says she can't hear you, anything. Oh, so I should just troll her, right? That's what we're doing here. Michaela says she only gives partner if you rub her feet. Bonk. Okay. But anyway, what am I doing here? Oh, weird. Build it builds with a TTY. I need to fix my Docker file then. I need to fix my Docker file and add repository. This should have like a -y command or something. Assume yes to all queries. She bonked herself. Oh, that's fucking funny. Anon says, of course you see your chat in a terminal. So I actually read it off of this thing here, and I have a little user script where I can click around to like say where I'm looking things at, or looking for things at. Like this is the last message that I read. But this is actually my chatbot in the terminal. So if you like send a command to it, like, you know, Michaela sent a bonk to herself, and my bot replies. So the italicized ones are the bot replies. But yeah, I actually view chat in the browser. Cryophonic says, can I use your code editor to code in JavaScript? Yes, you can. It has syntax highlighting for JavaScript already built in. There is one bug with JavaScript, so be a little bit careful with it. Where do I have a JavaScript file? All repos, find files, sort.js. Except it's a regex. Yeah, so here's some JavaScript. And so it does work, it does render. One thing in JavaScript is if you're using 2 space indents, you'll want to do tab size 2. And so that'll give you your whatever tab size 2 set up there. So if you need to, you know, indent that way, then that is one thing that you may want. But yeah, it works for JavaScript. There's a bug that several people have hit that I was planning to fix this week, but then why does this look like shit? What happened here? Responsive. That looks fucking jank as shit. It should have hit their... Oh, this is supposed to be... Let's see if we can fix their code. Let's see if we can fix their code. Header. This header contains the nav. Where's their nav? Oh, it's position absolute. Why would they position absolute it? Let's change this to relative. Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, their shit's broken. Shit's broken. What's my OPSEC says? I view chat in OBS. Yeah, Streamlabs has some things for that. I don't know, I like this view, it works well for me. Hyla says, so what's the point of having two screens with the Twitch chat? I don't usually have this one open. Usually I'm running code in here, but when I'm just idly talking, I'll leave it up, which works well. Kayla says, I thought I got stuck in infinite loop with JavaScript or something. Yeah, there's two bugs. There's a JavaScript one and there's an HTML one that I know of, where, actually let me make sure I don't have any editors open so I can just p-kill Babby, and that'll be a little bit easier. But if I run this HTML file with this broken style tag, Babby will just hang forever as it tries to do syntax highlighting here. So that part's broken. And like any keys actually like do nothing until you kill it. P-kill Babby. There we go. Hey, what's up, Capex? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, that one's still broken. There's another one that Andrew Lanex found. Let's see, Ace Tilly / Babby. This one. This is apparently enough to hang it in JavaScript. Yeah, so that hangs it as well. But this particularly slightly malformed but slightly okay JavaScript file probably ends up in the same exact thing. But Shazerbat says chat unconsciously wants to see itself. Unconsciously likes to see itself. It's true. Cryphonic says ADD. Yo, I actually have the ADHD. I've got the worst roll of that. Kamek says, why another editor? Have you ever tried Kakoni? I wrote my own editor. You can actually view why I made my own editor. I made a video about it. You can check that out in the link I just posted here, or my bot just posted. You can't spell Adderall without ADD. Yeah. Kimiko says, yup, you fixed that, CSS. I did not. Hale says, never try to do a type racer with this guy. There is a chat renew reward thing about running a type racer game with me. If you guys have enough channel points, I will do it. Is bang dollar the same as alt plus dot? Alt dot. Oops. Alt dot. Yes, or at least roughly the same. Alt dot is pretty awkward to type. Whoa, it lets you go back further. That's cool. But yeah, they're roughly the same. Yeah, Michaela beat me on type racer. She's got those super speedy fingers there. Jodama says ADHD. That's ADD plus. It's the bonus version, right? Hey, what's up, Last Chain? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Cryphonic says, no worries, man. You are still amazing. NSO says, I was recently put on Adderall night and day. I used to be on Concerta, which is slow release Ritalin. Hey, Fixture Jake, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it, friend. Welcome back to the stream. Good to have you again, and really appreciate your subscription. Mimi Jamala says, gotta save points for another 24-hour stream. Can't type race. Hyla says, I saw the type racer button and I will never press that. And hello, Fixture Jake. Hello. Pink Fluffy Llama. Welcome back, Pink Fluffy Llama. How fast do you type? So my current type racer average on this particular keyboard is 100 words per minute. But on my other keyboard, I was getting like 120, 130 words per minute. But yeah, so somewhere around there. What's my OPSEC says 71% data transferred to MongoDB Atlas 6 hours in. Oof. Gail says, I wish my ADHD meds worked better. Heckin'. Also just realized I forgot to take it today. Hanan says, were you diagnosed young? Yes. I was diagnosed when I was 6 years old. Somewhere around there. First grade. I had to see a therapist for like forever, and then wait. I saw a psychiatrist and a therapist. What was the therapist for? I don't remember. I saw a therapist as a kid, but I don't remember why. Shrugs. Don't know what that was about. Fixer Jake says, I hang around enough. I figured it was time. Nice. Thank you very much again. Cryphonic says 125 words per minute. Yeah, that's kind of my best on this keyboard ever. Non says, sorry, it was a bit of a personal question. No, completely fine. Fine to ask questions. Anger management, says Polymathic Man. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what it was? Vim addiction? It probably wasn't that. See, Oga says, what languages do you code in? From the ones that I would say that I would like write a significant amount of code in, let's see, it would be Python, JavaScript, C, C++, C#, Java, Kotlin, several flavors of SQL, Go. At one point in time, it was Visual Basic. At one point in time, it was PHP. At one point in time, it was XSLT. But I've also like worked in a bunch of other programming languages that are just like, you know, I've written some scripts in there. I've not done any TypeScript. I want to do some TypeScript, but I have not done any. I did Flow. Is it called Flow? Facebook's shitty TypeScript. I did a bunch of that. I also did Google Closure Compiler typed JavaScript. That was a whole bunch of time. But yeah, polyglot. Yeah, essentially polyglot. I pick up languages pretty quickly. Kavak says, could you explain when to use threads and when to use async? It seems async would be better, for example, in web development, but most web frameworks don't use it. So the thing with async is it's brand fucking new, and so there's really poor library support and really poor framework support at the moment. And like there are parts of ASGI that just like are not solved problems yet. Like for instance, the H2 handshake, like doing that correctly with async is difficult without generating places where, you know, async is a problem there. Async in Python. I'm talking about Python. What's my OPSEC? It's only, you know, four years old, whereas Python itself is like 20 some odd years old. And so like it's not exact, like there's a lot of mature libraries, and then there's the async libraries, which are just kind of newish. But yeah. But generally, you want to consider async in a place where, actually, the choice between async and threads is about the same, at least in Python. This is of course focused on Python, where there's a global interpreter lock, and like there's only one interpreter that can be running at once. And either threads or async, you want to consider when you have I/O bound operations, where you're spending, you know, a lot of time in non-managed code, so in code that's not pure Python, where background threads or background, you know, async loops can handle that, you know, not blocking the main thread or the main execution loop. But, you know, in other languages, you don't really have those same trade-offs because you might be able to run more than one. Going full derp, man, I love that name. That's such a good name. Have you thought about learning Rust? Yes, I do want to learn Rust. I have not had the chance to spend as much time in it yet, but I really want to write a bunch of Rust. My current like priority of things is like get this project, get the, like the V0 of pre-commit.ci kind of working, and then I want to investigate rewriting portions of it in Rust because I think it would be interesting. Hanan says, I was just curious because it's not as common to get diagnosed as adults, since the belief is that it always develops in childhood, although there are some people that get by without being diagnosed until later. Yeah, I was diagnosed as a kid, and I stopped taking drugs in 2012 due to blood pressure shenanigans that was mostly just me being afraid of doctors. So I've been struggling / coping ever since then. But I don't know, I get by reasonably well. See, Ogo says, any tips on picking up languages quickly? About to start learning Dart and Python. I don't know, for me, picking up languages is like trying to find similarities between things I already know. So like when I started in JavaScript and then went to Python. So when I started Python, like a lot of the ideas around like, you know, loosely typed, function scoped sort of languages kind of bled over from my JavaScript knowledge. But at the same time, I had a bunch of C++ knowledge. And so like, you know, dealing with classes and that sort of stuff made a lot of sense in Python for me. Now their inheritance models are completely different. So like I had to like adapt my brain think in accordance with that. But, you know, I think like the biggest thing is like find syntax similarities, find functionality similarities, and build off of that. Mr. Jake says, "Oh, I missed Hylas. There's a problem with C. Sometimes you have to reinvent the wheel." Like, oh yeah, C you have to reinvent the wheel all the time, and same with Go. Mr. Jake says, "I've been building an API in ASP.NET, but I'm dealing with around a 1 GB JSON file that I need to query every 2 minutes, and C# loves to allocate tons of memory for fast object creation. So I need to either figure that out, or I might just make an Express API with TypeScript." You might also consider storing that in a graph store so that you know you have a dedicated thing that does the searching for you. Although graph store might be overkill for just a 1 gig file. I don't know. And honestly, if you have the RAM, just use it. It might not be that worth it to split it off anyway. Okay, some inner chat there. Shazrobot says, "Gonna go on Lurk. Thank you for stopping by, Shazrobot. It's always good to see you. I'll see you around in the future." Kimiko says, "The best way to pick a new language is to move to a country where they speak the language." So when I was learning Java, I moved to Indonesia. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Drugs? I like drugs. Yeah, no, I meant normal drugs. I mean, they were hallucinogenic, fucking methamphetamine, so they certainly were drugs, but they were prescribed at least. Real OG Bacon, welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. Mikhail says, "Is Dart a JavaScript thingy?" It started as a thing that compiled to JavaScript. I think it's differentish now. Summersoft says, "I've been fluttering/darting for a couple weeks now. Apps are not my space." I see. Capex says, "Do you think Python is suitable for large-scale web applications? Python is just so beautiful compared to JavaScript, but it seems Node.js is more widely used." I have worked on 2 very, very large-scale web applications written in Python. Now, they both suffered from performance issues in one way or another, but a lot of that was not due to the Python itself, I feel. I think that most of that was due to, you know, poorly managed queries and like, not doing, like having a lot of linear work instead of splitting it off in like parallel ways, which again, like Python makes it a little bit more difficult to do that, or at least did back then. But yeah, I've worked on like a 3 million line code base that gets, 100,000 QPS or whatever. And so, it is possible to use Python to scale to large applications. Kayla says, "I love the memes about Java." Yeah. Mr. Jake says, "I'm dealing with, I think, a 2 gig VPS. I actually have to do a get every 2 minutes as it's updated every 2 minutes from an external source." Ooh, kind of sucks. What's my OpSec says, "I like Python 25. And Python 2.5? That's real old. That's like almost the first time that I answered questions. Mr. Wormhole says, "Is it just me, or is everyone fine to use Django only without Django REST framework?" I mean, I don't really like Django myself. It works fine. It's just not what I prefer to write. I have worked on a Django app, and that Django app was simple enough, and it worked really well. So, NSO says, "Since we're asking personal questions, LGBT. I myself am straight, but I do support those that have different, sexual preferences, and like, I think it's really shitty that people are persecuted for that, and yeah. But hopefully that answers that. What's my OpSec says, "I have it on my computer, lots of Python 2.5. I'm so sorry. Python 2.5 is real fucking old. Real old. But anyway, let's see what we're doing here. Oh, did that finish building? Podman images. It did not. It did not. Build a bud. Why did it not? Oh, it has to do the whole build every time? That sucks. Where's my cache? Where's my cache at? Although I guess maybe this didn't complete last time. That's fine. Fixer Jake says, it's an online flight sim network that provides ATC for sim pilots, and this file contains every single client connected to the network, everything about them, so it's a solid amount of data. Holy shit. It almost sounds like you might want to re-architect that in some other way. Because that sounds kind of messy. But I don't know, maybe I'm not completely understanding the problem space there. Because like, it seems like it could make more sense to have like a centralized system that manages the data, and then like update that piecewise, and like have an actual data store that stores all that information instead of having one giant flat file. But I don't know. What's my OpSec says it's hacker Python shit because it's easier to do some weird shit with binary strings. Without needing the B prefix, I guess. I guess that's fine. I just am happy that I don't need to write any Python 2 anymore because fuck Python 2. That's a goddamn mess for sure. Mr. Wormhole says, I agree. In fact, I only use Golang if I'm only building an API, but I see why Flask would make sense. Django has already a capability of making APIs without the REST framework. Oh, I guess I haven't worked on Django since it only had REST framework. That's cool. Fixture says, I'm not affiliated with the actual network, just a subregion that provides ATC to pilots, so I can't control how the data is handed to me. Oh no. Oh no. It's better now, as before it was a plain text with semicolon separators. Okay, yeah, that definitely does sound like an improvement. It's kind of a bummer that you don't have access to the original code though. Dom says, my work computer installed only last year has Python 2.7 and 3.5 installed. I guess the MacBook that I had at Lyft only had Python 2 installed before we added stuff. But then we added Python 3 and just like any normal version of Python 3. Step 6, commit. That means it should make an image, right? Holy shit, what is going on here? Oh, my neck hurts. I slept on it funny. This is a lot slower than what Docker does. Fixer Jake says, it's more of a challenge to get good performance than it needs to be, but it's what I've got. Yeah. Okay, so now I should be able to do podman images. Podman images. Okay, cool. So now we have pre-commit 1. Awesome. Hey, what's up, Procrastinato? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's actually look at what Docker images does. Grad pre-commit. And Slumpy4, thank you as well for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Interesting. This is 707 megs, and this is 689 megs. So what is different? Why are these different? I guess maybe they have different software versions, and maybe the newer software is chunkier for some reason. I don't know. But let's see if we replace Docker with Podman, if it just works. Docker Podman. Yes. Docker with Podman. Let's see what happens. Let's delete the store and the SQLite databases. db.sqlite. We can leave the QN around because that's not actually what we're working on today. Build.py. How do you work? Python build.py with a config. No such table repos. Repo. I forgot to do this. So this is code that we wrote, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Right. So that is expected because we're running rootless now, so we don't actually need to use user anymore. Build and run. volume. So I believe we can just comment that out. Yeah, we can get rid of that. I think that might work. Let's try this now. Pilot says, since you have much more experience in Python, why does this language struggle to make GUI apps? Probably because like threads and async are kind of tricky in Python. There are some GUI frameworks that are good. Like I've heard Qt is good for Python. I have not worked with any of them myself. I've done some terminal UI stuff. But yeah, I don't know so much about GUI there. Lumpy says, I have no idea what's going on, but it's interesting. Yeah, we're actually working a little bit on adjusting some of my backend code for building this. But that build succeeded, so that I don't know. I have good feelings for run succeeding if build succeeded. Please, please, please. Oh my god, it fucking works. That's actually really cool. I thought I might need to change more of the code than this, but it seems like this actually worked pretty well. The lag at the front makes sense because Podman has a slower startup, but seems to work pretty well because it's daemonless, so it doesn't do any special there. Hey, what's up, Zekatron? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Snapshot says you need to sleep laying down and not in your neck. Yeah, I mean, I screwed up my neck on Wednesday, I think it was. So this is several days of pain, but I'm just dealing with this. We're just keeping it together. Kimiko says, how many kids do you have, Snapshot? Because you're definitely a dad. You have 5 boys, Snapshot? What is the... That's quite some RNG there. I guess my grandma and grandpa had 5 boys as well. That happens. Fixer Jake says, I did find a C# library that is able to schedule jobs, so I may be able to refactor all this stuff to a separate project and do some memory magic to flush everything after it's saved to the database. Another thing that you might be able to do is use mmap. Mmap C#. Mmap is memory mapped. Oh, memory mapped file. There we go. This allows you to have a file that doesn't bring everything into memory, and so you could potentially, random access there. You might also, let's see, random access JSON C#. There are some JSON parsers that don't actually load everything into memory at once. I don't know how they work though. This might be one, this JSON parser thingy thing. But anyway, that's another idea that you could use instead of having to parse the entire file all at once. Fixer Jake says, shoot, even threads are hard in C#. WinForms apps, which are made for GUI apps. If you forget simple things, you can block the main thread and lock up the app. Yeah, doing threads is just never easy at all. Adeb says, neck pain is the worst. Yeah, because like every time I do this, oh man, it fucking hurts. Oh, I'm getting old. Hey, what's up, Jamie Prad? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Erisia says, I got a question. What web development library do you recommend me to use? What framework? So I really like Flask in Python. That's the one that I usually pick when I'm making a web app. But again, it depends on your language, depends on what sort of stuff you're trying to build, I guess. But yeah, that's my thought there. See, Ogo says, any tips for live coding streams? Oh, for like actually streaming code? Yeah, I do have tips on this. I do mean to like make a video about this sometime. Let me video idea that. Video idea. Tips for live streaming code. So my recommendation, and this is what's worked well for me, is to set up OBS, get that working, or Streamlabs OBS, whichever one works well for you. Have a microphone, test your sound before the stream, have a face cam. As much as it seems like, you know, kind of maybe a little cliche. Hey, what's up, Ogo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Have Streamlabs set up for like overlays and stuff, so that people, when they do follow notifications and subscriptions and other stuff like that, like, you know, you can see them and you can recognize them and like that sort of thing. The most important thing for me is interacting with chat. I find that is like, that's what makes a stream more interesting than not. Like, if people are just like writing code and not interacting with chat, I find that it's, you know, not as fun to follow. The other thing is like, always raid people, even if you have like a tiny party. Even if you're just starting out and you have nobody watching you, practice talking to yourself and, you know, describing what you're working on, going through everything that you're, you know, thinking about and that sort of thing. It's gonna be really fucking weird at first. Like, I'm definitely just sitting in a room talking to myself, and, you know, as I think about it, it's kind of wacky, but I don't know, you'll get used to it over time. Yeah, I think that's like most of my like quick suggestions. You also don't need a super expensive setup. Like, my microphone here is like $100 microphone. My camera is from fucking 2008, and, you know, it's just like the most basic 1080p camera that you can get. You will need a decent internet connection to upload at 1080p. Although, like, the low tier Comcast plan was good enough when I first started streaming. I now have gigabit Ethernet, so I have a little bit overkill there. What else? I think that's most of it. Be careful about the stuff you stream, because it's going to be really easy to leak passwords and stuff, as I have found several times. So set yourself up a password manager. Get your password manager set up. That way you don't actually type passwords on stream ever. And just work on stuff that you want to see. Like, don't worry about what chat wants to see. If your content's interesting, if you're an interesting person, like, the views will come, I guess. Like, the shit that I work on, I don't even know if people actually find it interesting, but like, I think the content of my stream is more like answering questions and telling stories and like interaction and that sort of stuff. And like, you know, the coding is almost secondary now, which is weird. But if I wanted to get work done, I would probably set aside like chunks where I do work and then chunks where I talk to chat and like alternate between that. But I'm in no hurry to get any work done, so I'm okay just talking to you guys in chat. Hey, what's up, NGAGO and Gago? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day is going well. And speaking of being behind on chat, I'm now super behind on chat. But hopefully that answers your question and gives you some stuff to go off of there. Hey, what's up, Lucio F? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Mr. Jake says that does sound good. Don't actually need that much data for the file. Yeah, try that out, or look for an algorithm, a library that does something like that. Oh, it says, wait, your grandparents gave birth to your uncles, so you should be able to tell the exact number. I have 4 uncles and my dad, so they had 5 sons. Fixer Jake says, I'm only pulling 8 fields, so it's always been annoying to parse the entire thing. Yeah, so there are incremental JSON parsers, so you might be able to use that. Mauricia says, I've been wanting to make a web app, but I'm really scared of security. Yeah, I'm always scared of security as well, so I feel you there. Adub says, how long have you been coding? I'm new here and just started learning. Really fucking long time. I just posted a link to my my YouTube FAQ playlist, and I believe there's a video in there that talks about when I got started with programming. Hey, what's up, Redrum Lamb? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Fixer Jake says, I feel like with coding streams, we are all kind of here to learn and collaborate, and that's why I really enjoy coding streams. Yeah, the category has really taken off recently. I think a lot of people are seeing similar things, and like, you know, it's a nice educational environment, which is cool. Senior Malmix says, if you had a hard, small ball, like a lacrosse or cricket ball, you could try standing with your back to the wall and the ball resting on your upper back / traps and pushing your weight into the ball. The massage may loosen you up. Just try to stick to the more fleshy parts. Oh yes, with the neck pain, yeah. The thing that usually works for me is laying on my bed and then like putting my neck over the side of the bed and just using gravity to like kind of massage my neck and like let that work it out. But yeah. Lucio says, I really like this channel. I've been watching for a while. I'm now learning coding and quite enjoy it. I'm curious as to whether I should start streaming me learning, maybe to motivate myself. That was actually one of the reasons that I started stream. Well, not exactly to like show myself learning, although I do learn a lot of stuff on stream. Like we learned a bunch of stuff about Builda and Podman today on stream. But I think streaming is a nice way. Well, for me, it was originally a way for me to set aside time where I was like, I'm definitely going to work on stuff now. But nowadays, I mean, it isn't really that. But it originally started as me giving myself a chunk of time to do work on stuff. And so it was, you know, it's a good way to organize that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, make it happen, man. Streaming, there's a lot of beginning streamers on Twitch, and I find that like their content is often useful and people are super helpful in chat, so it's a nice way to get started with that. Summerstuff says, put some time in OBS scenes. Are you implying that I have or haven't? I have some scenes, like, you know. Oh yeah, I guess that's another thing. That is a good point. I think you kind of want 3 or 4 basic scenes. So one of them, like, you know, is your like coding scene, which is this for me. You probably want one where you're just like talking to people, which is kind of like this scene. You can set up chat there. You can have like, you know, social links and stuff. But you know, get a scene where you can look at the camera and you're not worried about code and like you're just worrying about cuddling plushies in the background or whatever. And you usually want a scene that's like when you're, you know, away from your keyboard, because you're gonna have to pee at some point. Let's be real. And so like I have this for my be right back screen, which I strongly suggest muting yourself on your be right back screen. That way you don't have to think about it. So mine is muted. So even though I was talking there, you guys couldn't hear me. And another scene that you probably want, and this was kind of like as your channel grows a little bit, you know, when you're just starting out, it's not super big of a deal to like do a pre-start for your stream. But I found like as my channel grew a little bit, I wanted to have a screen like where I could start the stream 5 minutes early, give people a time to show up and like chat a little bit in chat, and then like, you know, actually be there at the screen at the start of the stream. So I have another. Shit, I forgot that one's muted too. But I have like a starting soon screen that, you know, lets people know like, oh, I'm about to start streaming, and you guys can all show up and hang out and chat and stuff. So. Yeah, OBS scenes are kind of useful. I would suggest doing that as well. But you really only need like 4 basic ones, in my opinion. I do have a bunch of other ones, so like I have, you know, like, oh, that's for my capture card where I was streaming Pokemon. I have the one that is just my document camera. This is when I was doing soldering and stuff. But also, if you guys want a more zoomed in version of my keyboard and stuff, you can see that. We have, you know, when I was working on a particular project, I set up a special scene for that. But yeah, I mean, you know, get your scene set up and go from there. Duggable says, was Lyft a good company to work for? They paid a fuck ton of money. I enjoyed the work that I worked on. Some of the people were, I mean, a lot of the people that I met were really great. Some of the people that I met were fucking assholes. But you know, it's always a mixed bag, especially when you interact with, you know, 90% of the company in like some capacity. But yeah, Lyft was fine. They've recently stripped all their benefits though, so I wouldn't work there for benefits anymore. But they were pretty good when I first started out. Like it was $200 a month of Lyft credits, which was pretty decent benefit. But yeah, now that everything is remote, like, what's the point, I guess? Jake says, I enjoy streams of people who do things far better than I can. Games, coding, etc. And that's what I like. Shows me what is possible. Yeah, I see. That makes sense. Alex says, this is both fun and a useful stream. Picked up a lot of things from here. Yeah, I always like to, you know, show you guys some nice little tips and tricks every once in a while. So sometimes you'll get like interesting stuff out of my stream. I hope. I think. Mr. Wormhole says, have you ever tried doing front end with Python with something called Brython? Yes, I have looked at Brython. I haven't actually implemented any apps for it with it. I've also worked on PyPy.js, which is a similar idea, although that one's crazy mscripting of double jits, a jit inside a jit. But I tend to just write JavaScript because, you know, I was actually a JavaScript programmer before I was a Python programmer. So I'm fine writing JavaScript. Lucio says, to be fair, I said just started learning, but I've been doing it for a while. What happens to me a lot is I start a project, and as soon as I get fairly stuck, I get demotivated and stop coding and start another project. Yeah, I run into that sometimes. I have like 50 projects on GitHub that are like maybe 80% done. Like good enough that I have a minimal product, but they're not like completely done. But I don't know, they work well enough. Hylas says, I live in Europe. Here it's almost midnight. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the stream. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around in the future. Anan says it's 11 p.m. already. Yeah. NSO says, what benefits do you find you get from streaming personally, or do you do it strictly for the benefit of others? You want to be... Well, I'll be honest here. The biggest benefit for streaming for me right now is sanity. Because... with COVID, things are real fucking lonely, and I know it sounds a little bit sad, but like talking with you guys in chat, you know, helps me through the weeks, helps me to stay a little bit sane, you know, have some amount of interaction, even if it's, you know, me talking at a computer to a bunch of people in text chat. But I know before I spent most of my stream just chatting instead of programming. It did give me a space to like sit down and you know, have some structured time to write code. So that was a thing. Pretty often, like stream will also, you know, give me helpful tips and stuff, and you know, that sort of thing. So streaming is, you know, it's fun. I like it. But yeah, but you're right. A lot of why I do streaming is, you know, to be beneficial to others, or like, well, some of it is to like shill my software, and the other half of it is to like help people with stuff and like have some teaching opportunities. Adam says, have you ever tried Manjaro? I have not tried Manjaro. I'm not a real fan of Arch and Arch derivatives myself, but I've heard good things. Summersoft says, oh no, not applying anything. You've got your scenes set up. Some people spend time in stream, moving windows and cameras, etc., which can be distracting. Yeah, I find that to be a little bit distracting. Sometimes I do it, you know, for the memes, where like we'll move my shit around just because it's funny. But yeah, I try and get like everything set up before stream and not do so much of that. Although occasionally things like I'll accidentally move this window and then we'll have to rearrange stuff. But yeah, I try and keep the scenes as solid as possible. Some inner chat. The preset scenes are useful. Make sure you don't forget to switch back. Yeah, switching scenes. Yeah, don't forget to. I'm definitely guilty of that. I think everyone is. We're like, you know, I'll switch into selfie mode for some dramatic effect and then forget about it and forget to change back to the actual programming mode. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Miz? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm 5 minutes behind on chat. Talking about Manjaro. Kimiko says, honestly, I find the more beginner coding streams more fun than the large audience coding streams. This stream is the only exception for me. All Kimiko. Thank you, friend. Appreciate it. I feel like it's good. Oh yeah, more about Manjaro. Word says, did the lawyer thing turn out okay? Yeah, it was super funny. Without going into too much detail, I accessed something that I probably shouldn't have accessed, but I didn't even know that I accessed it because I wrote this tool called All Repos, which is a distributed refactoring and search tool. This is open source, you guys can check it out. But when it says clone all your repositories, it doesn't fuck around, it literally clones everything. And so they were asking why I looked at some particular code. But I had no recollection of the individual code, so it went great. Easiest $500 ever. Because I charged them. I was like, I'm not doing this for free. Binona says, do you have an alternate work scene where you're in a different corner than the normal one when it covers something important? No, not really. Usually if it's covering something important, someone in chat will tell me and I'll just switch it over to this window. But it doesn't always happen that way, so yeah. I don't know. I usually just wait for chat to be like, "Oh, you're covering the important stuff. Move, please." Stranger says, I do well with... Oh, hey, Stranger, how's it going? I do well with 2 scenes, Linux and Windows. If I want to watch Windows, I just minimize, and then we get to Windows. But yeah, I see. That makes sense. Ethan says, I was actually just looking into seeing how easy it would be to compile Python to WASM. Wait, what's WASI? Is I close to the M? No? I assume it's the same as WebAssembly. But yeah, PyPy.js is that idea with some sick M script in. Der Abgrund says, nice chill stream, thanks. Given your Lyft background, what's your opinion on Envoy? Nginx and Kate's guy here. Ooh. My opinion about Envoy. What's up, Salgent? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Honestly, Envoy is some solid software. The creator is a fucking asshole, and Envoy is really fucking hard to configure, and it does way too many things for its own good. It's incredibly complicated and very difficult to get correct, and I have lost literal hundreds of hours of sleep, maybe thousands of hours of sleep, just because of fucking Envoy. So if I never have to deal with Envoy again, I will be much happier. But that's just me. You don't necessarily have to agree with me. But you know, I've just had some problems with Envoy. Some beef, you might say. And I'm a vegetarian, so well, pescatarian, but anyway, dumb joke. Adam says, I was gonna start on Linux Mint, but ended up using Kali on WSL2. I see. NSO, so that's totally fair, related to sanity. Michaela says, Fwend. Zekatron says, streaming therapy. Yeah, you guys are my therapy. Thanks. What's up, Der Abgrund? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Streams are a way to be social. Yes. Parset says, we are your second family. Admit it. You guys are. Juice says, it's also a good way to meet girls. You're not wrong, Juicebox Hero. I did meet girl from Twitch. You. Ethan says, turns out that it doesn't have dupes, so at that point I gave up, not to mention they removed building Python without threads. Oh, right. That would be a problem. That does make sense. B. Jonas says, do you archive a local video of all your streams? And if so, do you store each of the source videos encoded separately, or only the assembled ones? Yes, so I do store all of my streams. I also, if I ever edit them, which rarely I do, but yeah, I have all the recordings here, so I record and stream at the same time so that I can upload them to YouTube. But I keep all of my streams since January 30th. So I had actually been streaming for like 4 or 5-ish months before I started recording all of them. But yeah, I record all my streams, and I should have renumbered differently in 2020, because I'm definitely going to stream more than 100 times this year, I think. So I'm gonna have to renumber all these folders, which is gonna be a little bit annoying. I guess I can write a script to do it. But yeah, I keep all of these streams here. I also keep the thumbnail that I upload to YouTube here. So occasionally I have to edit. Let's see if I can find one where I had to edit. Nope. No. I know I had to edit one recently. 69? No. No. This would be much faster with the terminal, but at this point I'm just going to click through these. I swear I edited one earlier, because I showed a password on stream. I didn't want that embarrassment on the internet. But anyway, I store the original as well as the edited version of the stream. Oh, this is probably paining someone in chat, so... Here we go. Yeah, here's one where I had to edit it. But I keep the raw footage around, and I also maintain the edited footage, because I upload everything to YouTube. But yep. Anyway, Juice says I made him a cool invoice. Yes, you did make me a cool invoice. The person says, "Lol, all repos project gives $500." Yeah. Summersoft says, "I've got one of those too. Super helpful to scan, fork, update 200 plus repos while sipping water." Yeah, it's pretty great. T.S. Jones says you had to pay $500 because you cloned a repo. No, the lawyers were like, "We need to talk to you," and I was like, "I don't work at your company anymore. I'm not going to do it for free. My current rate is $500 an hour." And they were originally like, "No, we're not going to pay that." And I was like, "Well, fuck you. I'm not going to talk to you then." But eventually they were like, "Okay, fine. We'll pay you." But yeah. Hey, what's up, Painty Codes? Hello, hello. Welcome back. You've been here before, right? Your name looks familiar. You've been here a lot of times, yes. B. Jonas says, access something you shouldn't have. At my previous work, I once found some legal documents that were visible on the network to every employee, but really shouldn't have. They did tighten up permissions on the shared drives later. So the reason that I accessed this stuff is I had admin at Lyft, so I had access to literally everything. And this was super useful for me because I needed to do like a lot of code base audits. So I needed to like, pull down everything and make sure that like some migration was completed, or like even like the private repository, like the restricted access repositories had their code up to a particular spec or whatever. And so using all repos was super helpful for that. Hey, what's up, Fonty? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, Rizax? What is Bang HW supposed to be? Oh, are you asking for my hardware setup? I can show you a photo of it. Here's my desk setup, but I am running a GTX 1080 instead of 2080 Ti. I think it's the 1080 Ti. Let's see. i7 8700K, 64 gigs of RAM. I have the 1080 Ti, and I have a bunch of SSDs hooked up, and I have one spinning drive. One of these is a spinning drive. I think it's E? I don't know. But I really don't like the spinning drive because it makes a bunch of fucking noise. But yeah, I should really put a parts list somewhere, but anyway, that's my hardware setup. Hopefully that's what you were asking. WASI is WebAssembly System Interface. Oh, I see. WASM plus libc. Makes sense. Makes sense. Juice says spicy envoy question. Yeah. Michaela says Anthony keeps talking about fucking assholes. The nice thing about WASI is that you can have the runtime run deterministically. Oh, that's cool. B. Jonas says the manager I reported that to asked how I found them and removed them, of course, but they didn't try to punish me after that. I guess that they didn't revoke his access properly, and it feels strange and funny to you. Oh no, they did revoke my access. This was accesses that I did while I was at Lyft. So like while I was an employee, but they just asked about me later, or asked me about it later. Dram Grun says thanks very much for the honesty. Yeah. Yes. Juice says I pre-bonked you, Michaela. Don't trust. Arisia says any tips about problem solving / planning a feature, etc. Ooh, I don't know that I'm good at like doing pre-planning all that much for particular features. When I'm working on a feature, I like to just like prototype and see how things will go. And usually I'm pretty good about like making a fast prototype. Then again, like I did have to do some planning for pre-commit.ci, and so like some of that was just like, very, very high level blob diagram sort of stuff. And like slowly working, like splitting apart a project into parts that you can do individually. Like I have the builder part done, I have the runner part done, I have the start of the web part done, I don't have this arrow done, I don't have this arrow done. And I haven't started on this thing yet, but in theory, all I need to do is glue this part together and then get it running in the cloud, and then I'll be done with like the most basic part of this project. But yeah, I guess it's about like splitting things up and like having more manageable things to work on. But yeah. B. Jonas says local recordings is nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. It makes it so that I can upload to YouTube, which I find is great because not everyone can catch the stream, and a decent number of people rewatch it on YouTube. Persis says, I wonder if Michaela is constantly horny. Mr. Miz says, I have the same style of keyboard except the gaming version and love it. What is the keypad in the middle used for? It's a Stream Deck, so I use it to bounce around between my scenes. Persis says, what was it called? A nympho something? Nymphomaniac? Something like that? That sounds like a thing. B. Jonas says, and you're about to tell us which VOD has the password. Yes. Although the edited version is on YouTube, so it's fine. Hassan says, well, it's cheaper than legal costs, isn't it? That's true. But, like, yeah. Cryphonic says, 20 minutes later, and we're on the same page. I like it procrastinating. We're getting there, we're getting there. Ecode says, hey, there's Code. Been here since forever. Just the bandwidth sucks. I can't watch without lag. Well, in theory, I have applied to partner, so in theory, if I get partner, I should be able to get encoders all the time. Bang Minesweeper should be a command if it isn't already. Should I make it like a channel points thing? Like I'll play a game of Minesweeper? I fucking love Minesweeper. That's so good. Cheese just says, wait, that's Windows? Yeah, we're running Windows. I'm running a VM. I am running a VM. This is Pratik says, pick of the CPU. Do you want to see the actual box? Oh, I do have photos of me building it. I guess I can show that. Let me put this off screen. Just in case I show something. Data photos build. Yeah, here we go. Create a video. What the fuck did I accidentally click on? No. This is my old computer before I took it apart. This is what I used to stream from, but then it died. So I was like, sick! Excuse to build a new computer. These are the parts that I took out of my old computer. I ended up not using the disk drive, so I actually have no disk drive in my current machine. This is the, parts photo that you get before this. I actually added some parts after this, so I added 2 M2 drives, SSDs. This is my living room, by the way. This is me just starting to put the motherboard in, got the processor in, the RAM in, power supply, me talking to people on Messenger. Yikes. I need to move that photo out of this folder. Other assembly stuff. I got liquid cooling, so that was... Oh, funny thing about this photo, I actually had to take this out and put it back in because there's a pin. This is actually in backwards. But there's a pin on the back where I needed to like plug something in behind it, and this blocked that pin. It does work this way in this orientation, but I had to switch the orientation so that I could actually plug stuff in. There's the graphics card. This is the fucking disaster that was my living room as I was assembling stuff. This is mostly done with my really shoddy cable setup. Pay no attention to these cables. You see nothing. There's nothing disgusting going on here. I did clean up the cables after the fact, so this still isn't the most cleaned up cables. But yeah, this was the first time that I had assembled everything. But yeah, and there's the like lights inside. There's the lights when it's on, and that's it turned on. And this is the aftermath of my living room. Another aftermath photo. But anyway, that's my computer build from when I built that. Hopefully that satisfied you, Pratik. Anycode says, was it really hard getting a job with Lyft? I'm really good at interviewing, so it wasn't really that hard. I was also a referral, so that made it easier for me. So like one of my friends that I worked with at Yelp actually referred me at Lyft, so that was pretty good. Or would you say it was a smooth ride to employment? Yeah, it was pretty smooth. Actually, my recruiting process was real crappy. Lyft like super fucked up my recruiting in like 4 different ways. So the first was my phone screen interview. It was scheduled at like, so I was in Toronto at the time and interviewing in California time, and so I set up the interview and I was like, I'm in this time zone, so we're setting up the times in PDT, so I'm gonna adjust 3 hours and we're gonna be fine there. And they're like, yeah, PDT, whatever, or PST, whatever it was summer, so standard time. I don't know, how does daylight savings time work? Fucking stupid ass fuck daylight savings time. Anyway, but we set up the time, and I went to like get on the phone call, or like I was like waiting for them to call me because that's how it works, and they didn't call me. And 10 minutes later, I messaged the recruiter and I was like, "Hey, is there still an interview today?" And like didn't get a response from the recruiter, and I thought I was just getting like completely ghosted. And then my interviewer called 45 minutes late. And he's like, "Well, we only have 15 minutes, but do you want to try this problem anyway?" And I was like, "Sure." And it turns out the problem that's supposed to be an hour interview, I completed it in like 5 minutes. And he's like, "Okay, I've seen enough. We'll set up your onsite." I was like, "Dope, cool. Next." And then another thing happened at the onsite. They were 20 minutes late to start my onsite interview, so everything got shifted and messed up from that. And like, I think the way they actually did it is they just took 20 minutes out of my lunch or something like that. So that was a mess. But you're not supposed to have the same person interview at the onsite as you are in the phone screen. But I had Garrett interview me a second time during the onsite, so that was a fun one. And then during the like offer negotiation period, instead of sending my offer to the hiring manager, my recruiter sent the offer directly to me. So they were like, "Oh, here's your salary," and it was like some amount of signing bonus if needed. And so I didn't reply to that email, but I replied to another email, and I was like, I would really like this salary and this amount of signing bonus and this amount of stock, because I saw the band, and so I was just like, pick the top part of the band. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I can get all of this for you. Thanks for being very open about your salary negotiation." And yeah. Then again, I was still underleveled as part of the hiring, but it made negotiation really easy. But yeah, it was kind of a fucking shit show. Oh, and then there was the fourth thing. After I had accepted the offer, they were like, "Oh, well, what team do you want to work on?" And I was like, "Oh, if I could meet with some of the managers and stuff, that would be great." And my recruiter was like, "Okay, cool. We'll set up a meeting for you at this time." And I was like, "Oh, I actually live in San Mateo, so I can just like stop by the office and meet some people." And she's like, "Oh yeah, cool, great. This day, this time." And I come into the office and I'm like, "Hi, I'm supposed to be meeting someone today." And they're like, "We have no fucking idea what you're talking about." And they're like I could see the like security guy like walks up and he's like, "Sir, are you supposed to be here?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be here. I'm gonna go talk to like, let me message my recruiter." And so like my recruiter had actually given me her personal cell phone number for some reason. So I called her and she didn't answer. And I was like, "Oh my god, this looks so fucking like creepy strange right now." And like I was like, "I'm supposed to meet with so-and-so and so-and-so," because I knew the names of the people, and they're like, "One of those people doesn't even work in this office." And they're like, "Are you like pulling my leg here?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, can I just like sit down and like make some emails and some calls and like try and figure out who was supposed to be meeting me?" And it turns out my recruiter had just like fucking taken vacation that day and totally forgot about the whole situation. But she like phoned back to the front desk and was like, yeah, he's supposed to be there. Sorry, I didn't do the thing, blah, blah, blah. And then I sat in a room for like a half an hour until somebody who was actually supposed to talk to me was free. So that was a mess. But yeah, recruiting, shit show. Somehow I still decided to work there. But yeah, rewatching slow-mo so you can see everything. Oh yeah. VirtualBox, yes, I'm running VirtualBox. Mr. Rumhall says, "Did you work as full stack dev or backend dev at Lyft? I was just asking because I had a struggle finding only backend jobs." I worked on infrastructure, so I mean essentially backend, but like I built tools for other developers. Arza says, "Hypothetical question: what will happen if I restream Anthony's stream on YouTube so people can watch it?" I think Twitch would give you a takedown if they noticed. I don't think they will though. Tom says, "Why not Team Red?" What? I don't know what that means. B. Jonas says, "I should build a new computer for my home too. My current one is very old. The DVD writer is the only part that works well, but I'll have to throw it away because it's an IDE one." Oh, the old school ribbon cables? Yeah, man, ribbon cables. Those are good. Pilfer says that case looks really nice. Oh yeah, the case was so nice to put things together. It was really roomy too, so it was really easy to like put a bunch of stuff in there. Ethan says, if I give you bits, will you get a non-potato phone for a camera? Oh, are you talking about like... Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking about that my two cameras are potatoes? Or do you mean like my phone camera? My phone's alright, I guess. I'm not sure what you're referring to. B. Jonas says, in what year was this interview with Lyft? I believe it was 2017? Yeah, I think it was 2017. All the years blend together, honestly, because there's no fucking weather in the Bay Area, so I barely know that it's 2020 other than I know that it's 2020. Hey, what's up, Untukana? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Interviews for programming jobs are just glorified quizzes, kind of in a way. Ish. I don't know. Some of it was like critical thinking and designing and stuff like that. Michaela says stock. Yeah. RSUs. Free money, essentially. NSA interview. Hey, what's up, Metal Storm? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. And I am Paranoid. Hello. Welcome. Metal Storm says, was this the story at a new job or a previous? This was at Lyft, so this was the previous job. Pioneer says, one time a recruiter linked me to a job that was a 2-hour drive. Huh. Kimiko says, one time a recruiter reached out to me about a job that had a 12-hour commute one way. Fuck that. That sucks, man. Metal Storm says, what was the outcome of the Lyft lawyer law? It was super easy. It was basically a misunderstanding. But I'm getting paid, so it's all good. Polymathic Man says, there are some folks that use a service that streams to both at the same time. I think the affiliate agreement prevents me from streaming to other platforms until 24 hours later. I'm not 100% certain on that. Juice would probably know better than me. Juice says, one time a recruiter reached out to me for a job on my own team at Pandora. I did have a recruiter at Yelp reach out to me while I was at Yelp, so that was an interesting one. Also, I had a Yelp recruiter reach out to me 2 weeks after I quit from Yelp, so that was great. Ethan says, I was talking about your phone camera. Oh, the photo that Juice posted was Juice's camera. That wasn't mine. And Juice's camera isn't actually that potato. It's what, the Pixel? Pixel 3? Pixel 3a? I don't fucking know. It's a nicer phone than my phone. Fixer Jake says, I have a dad who's an MS and EE, owns his own company, has been using computers for so long, still has a DOS machine in his 2 shops. Super cool to look through shelves full of computer history. That's awesome. Yeah, my friend had an old IRIX machine, which was like, you know, real old computers, and that was always fun to play with. You know, get on a terminal and do some really old IBM shenanigans. But hey, what's up, Freezon? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Was that an accidental warning? Yeah. Hello, Freezon. Hello again. I see you in chat. Good to have you as well. Hello, I'm a recruiter. Would you like to have your job? Yes. TS Joe says, correct, you have a 24-hour exclusivity clause. Yes. Metalstorm says, can you go into any more details about the lawyer call? What was the misunderstanding and getting paid? Yeah, about as much as I can talk about is I have this tool called All Repos, and it clones all the repositories, and I cloned something that I shouldn't have had access to, even though I was an admin, so I definitely had access to everything. Freezon says, just a /t test. I see you're trying to get some interpolation going here, but yeah, I was a little bit more clever than that. Juice says the lens may have been greasy. Yes, IRIX. Yes, the real old Unix stuff. Yeah, B Jonas has the explanation there. Bird says, I mean, if you get hired to work the same job at the same place in the same hours, that sounds like a sweet deal. Yeah, as long as they're paying more money, right? But yeah, oh my god, I've been streaming 3.5 hours. What have I gotten done? Dun, 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 dun. Seems good. Move from Docker to podman / build. I'm actually really happy that that worked well. Oh, you were talking about the PC build, says Ethan. Oh, yeah, I guess those were taken with my phone. Those weren't that bad. They weren't that bad. But, yeah, I could get a better camera. Is that this phone? I think that was this phone. This is the S7 Edge. Really fucking hate this phone. Then again, I just don't like phones in general. Cryophonic says, don't want to say it, but I told you. Stranger says, XXX in its schema. Yeah. I'm working on a local version of this to start with, but I eventually want to use Dynamo in ADRES for this. But I am just kind of faking it with SQLite for now. So yeah, I have this like terrible init schema function that I call every time I open the database, just to make it easier to provision and work with. But yeah, it's super super hacky, but I don't care. So, and I'm never gonna do this to do, so it's all good. I actually don't think I'll be able to enforce this in Dynamo anyway, so we'll just hope that it works out. I don't think I'll ever hit collisions anyway, because my key space is very, very, very large. So, and if I do, like, I mean, it'll error in a different place before then. It'll error on overwriting the S3 key. But yeah, so I basically just faked the database API stuff in SQLite, and that's why I have this terrible, terrible function. Kimiko says, congrats on catching up on chat. Yeah, now I'm behind again. Mixer Jake says, man, I had an S7 Edge like 4 years ago. Man, the part that I really hate about it is the keyboard goes over the edges of the screen, so it's like really hard to type the letters on the far sides. Ugh. Juice says he never uses his phone. It's so weird. It's true. I don't like my phone. I just don't like phones. It's not that I don't like my phone. It's just that I don't like phones. Like my previous phone, I had the same sort of deal where this is really dusty. Oh, I actually really liked this phone. This is the S5, another Samsung phone. But I really like the way that it like. Oh, I can't do it anymore because it's sticky now for some reason. But I really like the way that it felt in my hand. I do this thing where I would flip it all the time. But also, the reason that I got a new phone is I would play with the backing on it because it was like really satisfying to like pull it off and click it back on. But I did it so many times that it no longer sticks. So yeah. Anyway, this phone like felt really nice in my hand. Like it was a good size. Like it fit my hand really well. Like I could reach all the letters with my thumb, and I don't know, it just felt nice. But anyway, phones. None says, any Fairphone owners? I don't know what a Fairphone is. B. Jonas says, how many years ago did you build that PC? I built it at the end of 2019. 2019? Maybe it was 2018. We could look at the timestamp on those photos. I don't actually remember. What is that? Data photos build. This looks like December of 2019. Yes, December 1st, 2019 is when I took those photos. So wait, why does it say modified October 28th of 2018? Maybe I did this in October of 2018? I don't fucking know. I'm so bad at the passing of time. I have no fucking idea. I guess maybe it was... Oh no, the file names say 2018. Yeah, okay, so it's 2018. Oof, weird. Ethan says, I have an S8 and I thought my phone was getting old. Hop on the Pixel train, just feed GDA directly Still wish they'd give us dividends though. Yeah. Bonist says Kanbika. Well, I'm not gonna get an iPhone, that's for sure. G-Specs Hero says he also like pouts and bats my hand when I use my phone around him. Yeah, I do that. It's true. Vix Jake says I do that with my phone all the time. Summersoft says reminds me of what's his name on Scandalous. Don't know, that one show with the people. I don't know what you're referring to. Okay, but what was I doing? What was I gonna work on? We got Podman set up. I thought that was gonna take the whole stream. I mean, it has taken the whole stream because it's been 3.5 hours and that's literally all I've done. I guess next we could try and... Oh. So, I know that a bunch of streams ago I did this like whole rant about monorepos. I know that I talked about monorepos and like, you know, kind of shit on them a little bit. But I actually think it makes sense to combine all of my pre-commit.ci repos, because right now I only have 2 of them. I have the web and the non-web one. Pre-commit.ci. So I have, this is the actual, the dummy placeholder website. So that one's not actually a thing. But I have this builder repository and I have the web repository. And I think I'm actually gonna end up combining things. Because this Q code that I wrote last time, I need the builder portion to be a consumer, but I need the web portion to be a producer. So I think I might actually combine these 2 repositories together, as much as I didn't want to do that, but so we might do that. What is my notification? Oh, adding quiet to talks. What would it do? Oh, they're just aliases. How do we not already have this? Really? Yeah, ship it. Don't need tests for this. I'm just gonna straight merge this. Why is the CI failing? Oh no, not again. Python 2 on Windows, what could be wrong? Everything. I really do not like this view. Oh, it worked this time. How many clicks to get to the answer? One failed. Oh, is this the one that races? I think this is the one that races. Syntax error. There's no... what? How did this ever pass? 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 Hey, NSO, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it, friend. I don't know how this ever passed. Like, ever. Let's see. Git clone. GitHub. Talks.dev talks. See if we can find it. Git log-G print. Hello. Of course it is these wacky regexes. This code's old as fuck. So how did this ever pass? Yeah, I don't see how this ever passed. Is there a way to enable print function via the command line? No. Huh. see if Talks Python 2.7 works. I don't know how that could work. And if so, says I switched to Android last year, but I'm planning to move back to iOS because the Android app ecosystem is shit. Well, I don't really use apps, so I don't really care. It's definitely a lot better as a developer, though. I've built some Android apps and built some iOS apps, and it was way easier to publish for Android. Alex says, just made my first PR to a widely used open source project. Nice. Metalstorm says, print friend friend in Python 2, tut tut. Yes. Juice says, was that some Sum 41? Did I do some Sum 41? It wouldn't surprise me if I had Sum 41s, but yeah. Where's your linter at? So this is code in an INI file, so that's why it wasn't caught. Kibiko says, that's denial, anger, and bargaining in quick succession. Binary says, damn, Fernie dropped some F-bombs. I mean, I was a little bit salty about this. Just to publish for iPhone, it's $100. Yeah, I've paid that fee already, which sucks. Kayla says, what language did you make Android stuff in? So most of it was written in Java. I've recently ported most of one of the Java apps to Kotlin, which I really like Kotlin. Kotlin's pretty nice, except it doesn't have trailing commas, which is not nice. NSO says, I like Swift though. Yeah, the little bit of Swift that I wrote was pretty nice. Although this was like Swift 1, so it was before Swift had nice things and before Swift was fast. I remember one of the launch slides for Swift was like, it's more than 3 times faster than Python, and everyone's like, excuse me, what the fuck? But why did this pass? How did this possibly pass? What is this test called? Test parallel recreate. I don't know how this would ever exist. Or how this would ever work. I really don't see how this could possibly work. See what this does. Put a breakpoint here. See what this actually does. Right. Can't use breakpoint without future breakpoints. Hey, what's up, Frantic LP? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Or is that IP? Frantic IP? I don't know, one of the two. letters are hard. Kamika says Swift is nice now. It was pretty good last time I tried to use it. Fixer Jake says I wanted to look into Xamarin, but Microsoft is changing their entire mobile development stack end of the year, so it's probably a good time to wait on that one. Yeah, it makes sense. Hey, what's up, Hakatos? Welcome back. Michaela says I think I'm learning Kotlin, but I already have. I've been going back and forth between a bajillion different things. Yeah. It's probably a good thing to focus on one. Snapshot says I'm back. Can you go over that again? Fixer Jake says my database management professor really liked Kotlin. Yeah, it was pretty good. Metalstorm says, is it checking the return code of that command call? My guess is it's not. But for some reason the what happened here? Could not find executable. That's a completely different error. Probably because I don't have this activated. Talks Py2 bin activate. Let's try this now. Oh, we do get the syntax error. So why the fuck did this crash? Cert not after minus end. Why is this? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. I bet if we just rerun this it'll pass, but it's definitely broken. Okay, let's sign in with this account. This account. Sign in. Last time I did this I had to sign in like 4 times before it took. Sure as shit, there we go again. Sign in again. Gonna make me do it a 3rd time? Oh, it kind of worked that time, except we didn't go to here, which is what I wanted to look at. And then we gotta go back here again. Oh my god, I fucking hate this. For some reason, the way the other person had set up this job is it's a pain in the ass to click through. Logo says, great stream, thanks for all the answers. Yeah, no problem, always happy to help. Mailstorm says, the command is always failing, but the tests assert on the set diff of file names. Yes. My guess is that like it's not a big deal that it's failing, because it's always been failing in Python 2. But yeah, shrugs. I don't know. But this is gonna take forever to do that. Oh, I should tell them. Probably don't have to bother with tests, though a changelog entry would be good. Thanks. Although they won't get a notification for this, unfortunately. Hey, Der Abgrund has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Der Abgrund. Appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Pew Pew? Welcome back. What is this emote that I can't see? Insomniac USA. Do you not have access to that emote either? But anyway, that's done. So we can delete that email. And 3.5 hour stream. I think I might call it here. I probably have to. I have to take a nap. I did not get enough sleep last night. How about we do? Nah. We're just gonna end stream. Let me do my spiel, and then we'll find you guys someone to raid, and we'll go there. Hey, what's up, Lil Pierre? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Durham Grun says, literally just realized you are the main author of pre-commit. Thank you very much. Awesome utility. I'm glad you appreciate it. Pre-commit's my baby. I'm really proud of that software, and I spent a lot of time working on it. In fact, we're working towards some stuff related to it for this stream today. Hey, what's up, Eldrielen? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Pew says, can you explain what pre-commit is? Yeah, we can do that real quick. So pre-commit is a framework for managing Git hooks. Although you don't have to use it for Git hooks, you can just use it as a linter and code formatter runner. And the basic idea behind pre-commit is you set up a small configuration file, which is YAML, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't YAML, but I didn't know better in 2014 or 2015 or whenever I made this, or whenever I made this version of it. But the basic idea is you set up some repositories and versions and the tools that are provided by those. So in this case, pre-commit hooks provides a YAML checker as well as some whitespace fixers, and we're also using, Black here at that version. So you set up this config file, and it knows how to integrate with Git hooks like this, and it knows how to download and install those various tools and run them against the files in your repository. So basically all you need to do is have pre-commit and a configuration file, and it'll set up all the tools for you, which is pretty awesome. But that's the basics behind pre-commit. And hopefully that explains that. I do need to make a video out of this at some point, but haven't done that yet. Oko says, oh, we use pre-commit at work. Awesome, nice. Kibiko says, Babby is your baby. Yeah, Babby is my other baby. It's true. Pew Pew says, what's wrong with YAML? What isn't wrong with YAML? It's like an 88-page spec for something that should be just like very, very basic syntax and stuff. It's super complicated. There's also like 6 different ways to write anything. I don't know that I have a preference of anything over YAML at the moment. I do want JSON 5 to be more of a thing, because I think JSON 5 is like a good balance between JSON and YAML, and is relatively simple. But anyway. XML says, yeah, XML. That'd be funny. But anyway, let me do my spiel. So if you like the content that you saw today, I upload all of my streams to YouTube. That's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode, so you can check out previous streams there. I also upload educational content, which are these purple videos. I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And I announce my streams in 2 places. One of them is on Twitter. You can also, it's usually at around noon in Pacific time. But I usually announce like, I'm going to be working on something in 60 minutes and come stop by and stuff. And I also announce on Discord, which you guys are free to join. The Discord is a small programming Discord, and you know, there's some memes and stuff, and we talk about code and stuff, and it's kind of cool. Thank you, Kotu-fan, for the follow. Welcome to the stream right as I'm ending. Pratik says, good night. Well, thank you guys for stopping by, and yeah, let's go find someone to raid.